Hey guys, it's Vinny Sandu here, Mr. Maximo for the European Cricket Network, and well, unfortunately this was meant to be day 3 of the and stay tuned because we will have ECL cricket resuming as soon as possible. Hello there guys, Mr. Maximo here, Vinny Sandu for the European Cricket Network. I'm here with Albi Zammi, skipper Rahel Khan. Albi Zammi, of course, the winners of Sweden and also the winners of Group D. We called it the Group of Death. Hey guys, it's Vinny Sandu here, Mr. Maximo for the European Cricket Network, and well, unfortunately this was meant to be day 3 of the BET2BALL European Cricket League presented by keeper Inu, but unfortunately because of the weather conditions over the last couple of days, the ground won't be ready just yet. We are planning to come back tomorrow, and we're planning to have 10 matches for you tomorrow on Thursday and 10 again on Friday before we have finals day on Saturday. So slightly different schedule. Stay tuned though, we're going to give you an ECN Classic match right here, and stay tuned because we will have ECL cricket resuming as soon as possible.
Welcome back. The next match is Tunbridge Wells. Well, they're the team that have been unbeaten so far in this BET2BALL European Cricket League. But is 13 going to be an unlucky number for them? This is match number 13. And they're also taken on Druitt. Druitt have finally found their form. They're hitting the ball well. And their last match against Start, I think they put in a perfect performance. This is going to be an interesting match for me. I think there's going to be plenty of entertainment and excitement in this one. Well, the two captains are with the tournament referee, Rob Kemin. Let's join them for the all-important coin toss. It lands back to ball, and what that means is that Chris Williams finally wins the toss. And Tunbridge Wells, they're going to have a bat first. They're a team with a lot of strength, a lot of depth. They've got a big squad. It gives an opportunity to other players. And Marcus O'Riordan not playing this one, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. With the bat, well, Chris Williams, he's been very strong, and his own brother, Alex Williams, has been in good form as well. So they're starting to find their rhythm. And Viraj Bharti, I think he has a part to play in this one as well. With the ball, they've got the pace of Bailey Whiteman, and Dave Smith and Matt Barker can also cause problems. But what about Drew? Well, don't forget they had that wonderful partnership between Nabi and Nisar, and 117 versus Start. They are going to be key as well. But can somebody like Niaz with the bat and also Cameron Amazai also perform for them? I think this match has a hot and spicy vibe about it. It's going to be a good one, and with the ball for Drew, I think somebody like the captain himself, Bharti, could be key. But watch out for Wahid Abdul. I don't think he's made a mark in this match so far. Well, one man that I know is really looking forward to this match. He really likes to see the quality on the field, and that's Corey Ruckers. So let's go over to him in the commentary box for the start of match number 13. And just to remind you, Tunbridge Wells, Chris Williams has won the toss, and they're going to have a bat.
Thank you, Rico, for that beautiful introduction. And we're out the beautiful ground here in Cartama for this important clash between Tunbridge Wells and Druitt. And, well, it's all to play for, really. Both teams fighting for finals days coming up and wanting to finish in that top half or bottom half. Druitt, well, they desperately want to sneak into that third position. They're going to have to pull something off here. A bit of an upset victory might be on the cards. Let's have a look at the two lineups. And, well, as expected, Tunbridge Wells haven't dropped a game just yet. A solid batting lineup, solid bowling lineup. Their fielding has been absolutely, well, brilliant, almost to say the least. And for Druitt, well, a little bit of a mixed bag so far. They've got some maverick sort of players in there that, on their day, can cause the upset, especially Nabi, and I really like the look of Ahmed Zai. So welcome back all our viewers around the world, all those in India via fan code, and everyone on YouTube and via the YouTube chat. Please get your questions in during the game. I really look forward to this one, and plenty more T10 action coming up in the next few weeks for you all. So Tunbridge Wells winning the toss, electing to bat. No surprises there. They'll be looking to set the pace early. We're almost underway here. Can Drew cause an upset? It's probably the only thing we've missed so far in Group A is a really tight clash, maybe a last over finish. That would be good. Good for all the neutral viewers out there. Yassine to start. He'll be bowling to Bhatia. Bhatia got away yesterday. He had a nice 27 off 9 balls, striking at 300 plus. Very technical left-handed batsman, and has an explosive side to him as well. Looks like the 2 boundary riders, deep mid-wicket, deep square. Here we go. It's a good ball to start. A little bit of in-swing to the left-hander as he sort of skews it away to deep mid-wicket for a single. So Bhatia's off the mark. It'll bring Williams to the crease now and on strike for his first delivery. Tunbridge Wells, I was fortunate enough to be on the bus with them this morning. They are enjoying their time here in Cartama, that is for sure. Can they get their 5th win on the trot? Just an adjustment to the field now. Obviously that lefty-righty combination always makes it a little bit more difficult for the fielding unit. Oh, he's done him. Oh, what a corker that is. It's 1 for 1. Oh, Williams has gone for a golden. He's in shock. What a ball by Yassine. And here we go. Always a bit of excitement here. What a peach this is. Not one you want to get too early. Sort of just slants in. I think he was playing for that little bit of a way swing from him. And just brushes his pad on the way through. The first ball tailed back into the left-hander, but that sort of just went on with the arm. And it's 1 for 1. And, well, Drew, they've got it all to play for. They want to try sneak into that 3rd position. And you got a feel for Williams there. Never nice to get a golden duck. He trudges off. Out for none. And that's going to bring Johnny Shepherdson to the crease. So, will we get a little bit of an upset in this game? Drew, bit of a maverick team. They can be hot or cold, but what a great start for them in this one. Shepherdson on strike. It's a good ball as well. There's no fine leg in place. Oh, Drew's done this all week. They haven't had anyone at 45 or square leg. And, well, that just goes away for a simple 4. First boundary in this clash. Just had to catch up with it, helping on its way. And, yeah, they've got that extra man on the offside, and it hurts them. They've been operating with a slip all week. And, to be honest, I don't think a slip in T10's really needed. I haven't seen one edge be caught or even half a chance, and now he goes into 45. So a free boundary there for Tunbridge Wells. Oh my, how has that missed leg stump? Oh, I thought he'd bowled him for sure there. Oh, that's just gone in with the arm again, and that, oh, wow, that must have scraped the stumps. That was so close. Look at, he puts his hands on his head. Oh, I can't believe I didn't hear the death rattle. Well, I thought it was going to be 2 in the first. That is missed leg stump by an inch. Yassine bowling very full, very straight. Oh, now that one's gone away from the right-hander. Well, what a start this is from Yassine. He's asking all the right questions. A couple haven't swung away, but that one definitely did. Pitched and went away with the arm. So, as a batsman, are you playing for that swing? Are you trying to play straight as it's just angling in sometimes? What a good start this is by Drew. I can hear them in the field. They are up and about. A bit of an inside edge on that, otherwise there would have been a large appeal. That'll bring an end to the first. It's 5 for 1. And what a good start this is by Drew. They're going to have to take a lot of wickets early, you feel, in this power play. to slow down that dangerous Tunbridge Wells lineup. Gives me a good opportunity to welcome back co-commentator, good friend, Vinny Sandu. Vinny, how are you?
Yeah, very well, thanks. All right, Shepherdson might want to buy a lottery ticket. How did that miss? And he could have knocked over 2 in the first over. Freddie Yassine is having a very good tournament with the ball. He just is a specialist first over striker, isn't he, for the French?
Yeah, he asked the right questions, Vinny. He's getting it full, he's getting it straight. A couple of swinging, a couple of just going on with natural variation. But yeah, that was so close to too far. So close.
I mean, you can't get much closer. Hello to everyone in the chat as well. This will be my last game today here because I'm going to take a quick trip down the road to Gibraltar. Hour and a bit.
Don't worry, I'll cover for you.
I've left my passport at home. I don't mind saying that. So I have to leave a bit earlier than I planned to. Brexit strikes again. Anyway, here's Wahid Abdul, the headband warrior. He'll be bowling to Barcher. Good start. Barcher's he's a pretty good player technically. I think he's just probably still adjusting to what's required from him in this format. I guess when you have these guys, Corey, I'd be interested to get your thoughts as a coach. Maybe openers in the longer form of the game, or maybe T20 or 50 over players. Where do you bat them in the order? Give you a moment to think about it. I suppose there's pros and cons having them at the top or not. This is trouble, big trouble, and it's going to be Barcher who has to depart. And there's a good catch by Ahmad Zahir. And well, the headband warrior, he's lost a shoe. But Barcher's lost his wicket, and it's 5 for 2.
Well, he's gone the old shoe celebration, Vinny. He's taken it off, and he's made a phone call. And a bit of a heavy length delivery. It gets big on him, splices off the bat. Good movement from the wicketkeeper, and that's Ahmed Zahir. Takes a clean catch, but yeah, how about the celebration, Vinny? That wasn't just a shoe falling off. That was a tactical celebration. He's rehearsed that. I
was wondering how that could possibly happen. Hello, hello, anybody here? Well, that's when you're happy you're not wearing the metal spikes, because you can rip an ear off that way. But anyway, unfortunately for Barcher, can't get going here in match 13. Tunbridge Wells lose a couple early. Drew had a good day so far, catching Wells on the hop. 5 for 2.
Yeah, really impressive start here from Drew. Just asking the right questions. They've bowled 8 deliveries in this match so far, and nearly every single delivery has asked the right question. A little bit of movement for the bowlers, a little bit of assistance. You like to see that with the new ball. Another left-hander comes to the crease now, Vinny.
Mark McLean. One thing we haven't had in this tournament yet is a big upset. In today 3 is Abdul. What do you think about that, Corey? Someone that's maybe a 50-over style opener, good technically, that maybe isn't so comfortable playing their shot straight away. If they are on your side, where do you bat them?
I think you still start with them at the top, and you hope they can adjust to the shorter format. You give them a couple of innings to see if they can adjust and expand their game. Obviously, Batty's got a really good technique, and yesterday he showed he could do that. Didn't get it away today, so he'd be a little bit disappointed at the moment.
Oh, lucky one. McLean first up.
But yeah, you're right. This group, probably the only thing we're missing is a real close finish or an upset.
Yeah, that's right. See the irony there of the French cut being played against the French team.
You like that, don't you?
I do like that one. Wahid Abdul. That's a 3rd wicket here. I mean, yeah, we know no Arian in the lineup. Chris Williams is in the lineup. He's listed to bat at 11 in my lineup. So, well, it's a bit of a demotion. I know they are trying to share it around Tunbridge Wells. Pulled away nicely, and this will be a boundary. Wasn't that much on that from Abdul, and he angled in. It was a comfortable shot. Shepherdson, well, this is a better shot from him, isn't it? He gets his first boundary. Yeah,
nice shot. It's probably the first loose ball of the innings. A little bit short, and the old swivel pull. Easy 4 runs there. Yeah, it's a funny one. They've obviously adjusted the batting order and rested some players. They want to get everybody in this side a bit of cricket and maybe try some different formulas. But can Drew capitalise on that?
Yeah, true. Actually, it was the second boundary for Shepherdson. Correct myself there. Nicely. Well, they go on the hit. Big chance there, I think. Clean pick up and throw, but he gathered it. I think would have hit him, would have got him with a direct hit, but instead, just a little fumble. Takes us to the end of the second over. Not too much damage in the second either. Tunbridge Wells, they're 11 for 2.
Yeah, really good start by the bowling unit. I mean, I do feel like Drew is more a bowling-dominated side, but this is what it's all to play for, Vinny.
I mean, if they can win this, Drew, pretty much assured of a top 3 finish. That's what it's all about. They leave themselves open to getting caught by Svanholm in particular. If Svanholm win their remaining match, which is against Star, you can imagine they'd be big favourites in the 4th match today. And Drew will drop out of the top 3. So yeah, an upset here would be worth its weight in gold. Afridi is seen to continue. Gets inventive. Oh, and he almost gets there. Well, in fact, he does get there. Mohamed Nisa. Oh, this is just a ramp that hits the bat funny, and it doesn't really carry with the pace. Kind of clunks. And Nisa, well, I hope he hasn't done himself any damage here. He gave everything to try and catch that ball. In the end, he couldn't take the catch. And another close call for Tunbridge Wells.
Yeah, let's hope he's okay. Took a little bit of a hard tumble there. Seems to be getting to his feet now in the background, but he did get there in the end. You sort of see his right foot slip on the turf there as he tried to make contact with the ball and take a clean catch. Half a chance. Interesting shot option this early, but no fine leg.
Yeah, true. You can pretty much trust the bounce on this wicket as well, obviously. Nisa, who scored 69 out of 23 balls this morning. He looks really good. This is going to be a great test for Drew. They're big hitters. Can they do it against the quality of the English bowlers? I mean, we saw ACT struggle. They took them on last night. How will Drew fare? Nice shot, finds the gap. This will be 4. This time he just waits and he punches it through point. That's a confidence booster for McLean.
Yeah, that's a really nice shot from McLean. He sort of came down the wicket a little bit to turn that into a half volley. And then puts his hands through it. See how far out of his crease there. If he had stayed in his crease, that's a good length ball. So he's manufactured that out of nothing. And hit the gap, 4 runs to him. Do like the look of McLean, to be fair. He played a nice few ramps and reverses the other day as well.
It's pretty innovative. That surprises him. Bounce. Tunbridge Wells. Look, it is a really good opportunity for some of the players that may not be regular top order batters to have a go. It's all about the experience. Again, we talk about the experience of some of the continental European players they get, but think about Tunbridge Wells as well. What a great way to develop their cricket in a new setting, in a new format, and to test their skills. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, they're a proud club, long history, and get to test their skills in a new, innovative T10 format. It's exciting for all their players and all their fans.
This one could have gone anywhere. Now the race is on. Another football attempt, another miss. Just feel like Drew just need maybe one more slice of luck. I mean, that one could have easily rolled back onto the stumps. Half a chance of a run out. You're seeing he's only got 2 balls left. I would love him to come up with another wicket.
Yeah, he's bowled well, you're seeing. He's got this ball to talk a little bit. And because he got a couple of balls early in his spell to kiss the deck and go away, when it hasn't done that, the natural variations confuse the batsman. So it's been a good opening spell from him. He'll be desperate to get another wicket here. And as we always say, 3 in the power play sets you on course for victory.
Oh, gets funky and gets away with it, Shepherdson. It's a risky shot to a guy that's been bowling well. I think they know, you've seen, he wants to pitch the ball up, and that's when you're more likely to be able to get away with this, and he executes it well.
Yeah, to be fair, Yassine's bowled really, really full, so obviously we know McLean's adapting really well to what's coming at him, and he's played this shot well throughout the tournament, so it might seem risky to the viewers, but I think that's a pretty safe shot, to be fair. He looks really good at it.
Well, #1 rule of the ramp, don't miss it. And he didn't. Nice ball to power play. Let's go fetch it. Touches it to point, where it's fielded by Mohamed Chowdhury, which brings us to the end of the power play. Well, not so many for Tunbridge Wells compared to some of their power plays in this tournament, as it's 23 for 2 after 3.
So if Drew are to force an upset in this game, Vinny, what are you thinking they need to restrict Tunbridge Wells to? Maybe 110 at most, 120? Because I feel that Tunbridge is bowling and fielding it.
Yeah.
It's strong.
I can't see them chasing triple digits, if I'm honest. I can't see them chasing 100, because I know, even though they're missing a couple of players from what you might think is their best 11, you've got bowlers in there like Bailey Whiteman. I think Joe McCaffrey's going to be a handful as well with his leggies and his variations. I just think Drew wouldn't have seen some of the bowling that we're going to see from Tunbridge Wells. Look, whether they can handle it or not, there's only one way to find out. I mean, certainly they haven't taken a backward step with the ball so far. But also, it's about sustaining this, okay? They're on top of the game, Drew, after 3 overs, but it's not a 3-over game. It's 10-over game. We will have some 3-over games this year.
That is the smallest we can play, right? If weather comes into it.
If it does, but thankfully the sun's out today. No, but it's all about, can you do it over a longer period? And even though it's only 10 overs aside, there's a lot of time for the storyline to change. And this will be a good test for Tabish Bhatti, the captain now, who's going to come on in the 4th over. He does have the protection of 5 outfielders now. So we head out of the power play. Ball to the left-hander in that shorter boundary on the left. So why not go the reverse?
I was just about to say, good option. Well, you've got backward point and point in the ring, so I mean, if he gets a bit of it and beats the gate, we'll go for 4. But part of me sort of wants to see him take on that short boundary as well, left arm off spin, coming into a left-hander.
Or he could just hit it into the bar.
He's
You're left-handed, you're wasting your left-handedness.
He's obviously he's very, very good at going behind himself. He's shown that already. Bhatti's had a good tournament with his left arm off spin though, hasn't he, Vinny?
Yeah, he's been really good. Step, hit, and a chance. Needs to be taken. And it is. And it's my main man, Alexandre Hakuk, the specialist fielder. And he's in an important position. That was a big moment. But the Frenchman was up to it. He holds on to the catch. And that's the end of Shepparton, who has to go for legs 11. And Bhatti does the trick. Just not out of the middle, was it? And Tunbridge Wells are 24 for 3.
No, nice, steady catch. Batsman comes down the wicket and Bhatti just changes his length just a bit, brings it back just enough. Doesn't get enough on it. And the old specialist fielder, you don't see that every day, Vinny.
A big fan. I don't know if you remember this. I know you were playing in that Group A in ECL 19, Corey, but Alexander Hakuk pulled off an awesome run out. Short mid-wicket, hitting one stump direct. It was a bullet. This time he does it with his hands. Disappointment for Shepparton, who goes no further than 11. And well, Chris Williams might have been listed as 11. They might have just scribbled that out. He comes in at number 5 with his team in a bit of trouble, 24 for 3.
Just shows you can't take any team lightly in this tournament. And, well, 3 for 24.
Force back, but to get off the mark here. Of course, in ECN cricket, if there is a catch taken, even if you cross, you have to cross back. So that's why Williams was on strike there. In the chat, 5 emoji rule being policed pretty strictly. Manish Razak getting excited. Why not? French supporters in the chat, they're loving what they're seeing at the moment. But again, it comes down to, can they hold on? And can they do it against a man like Chris Williams? I think, pound for pound, I think he's hit it better than any player this week when he's gotten going. He goes this time, it's a false shot. One hand, one bounce. These are little things that, and even a player that's been hitting the ball well, the nature of the game, you know, if you don't get it quite in the middle of the bat, you're going to present opportunities.
It's a game of margins, Vinny, and yeah, he's lucky there. It's just landed in a hole. Easily being dismissed. What's McLean going to do here? Is he going to go with this little sweep or reverse again?
Wants it, and he's gone. He's bowled. And so Bhatti gets 2 in the over. And it's the big time, it's the big match. And so he takes 2 for 3 in the 4th. And it's Dre who are bringing it in match number 13, 27 for 4.
Yeah, it's good bowling, Vinny. He doesn't get it to do too much, just going in with the arm, and McLean sort of plays on the inside of it in the end and just skims that off stump. 4 wickets. Well, Drew, they couldn't be happier. Top of off.
Yeah,
perfect.
If he wasn't bowled, he was going to be stumped, wasn't he? So Bhatti, all in a day's work for him. England versus France, doing battle in ECN 22. Tunbridge Wells lose a 4th wicket. It's 27 for 4 at the end of the 4th over. I hope you're going well today. And here's a man that I'm very happy to see next to me for the first time today, Corey Rutgers. Well, good to see you again, Corey. And what do you make of this so far? I mean, Drew, I don't know if you caught them this morning, but they were on it with the bat. But what is the difference when you're facing a slightly higher level of bowling? Do you become a bit more careful, or do you keep with your A game and the game that's been working for you? What do you think?
Well, I think what they've done well is they haven't been afraid from the fight, and nearly every delivery they've bowled so far has pitched on either a good length or hitting the stumps. They're making them answer the questions at the moment, and pretty impressive stuff. I can't think of too many loose balls, and at 4 wickets down, if they get a 5 and 6 here, we could be on for an upset.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, T10 cricket, it's the nature of the game, isn't it? And that's why it's so exciting. I mean, we had over 1,000 matches on ECN last year, and we're planning to have that many again. So, and if you see that many, you're going to see bit of everything. Goes straight through Williams. As this looks like Cameron Ahmedzai, who's coming out to bowl now. And look, they've got some good bowling options, France. They're real competitors. They've been itching to get back on ECN, I'm sure. Last we saw of them was back in 2019. So Chris Williams needs to dig in and deliver for his side. The charge. This one will be a wide down leg side. Ahmedzai's a pretty good player, I think. Didn't have the best game this morning. Came back and bowled reasonably well. Yeah, but France, they don't have that look like they're intimidated. I suppose it's a bit different in the field than with the bat, where there's a bit more pressure on the individuals. But yeah, certainly at the moment, I'm really impressed with what they're bringing to the table.
Yeah, just efficient bowling. That one's slipping down the leg side, but they've asked really good questions in this match so far.
That one's gone. Adios, pelota. And it's a big blow from Williams, who takes Ahmedzai over the leg side. It's just straight down the leg side, the ball before. This one just drifting into the pads of the English skipper. And that's a six that Tunbridge Wells sorely need at this stage of the match.
That's class batting, that. If any viewers back home and kids watching, see how he sets his feet early, goes deep in the box, make sure he can get the elevation he wants, and doesn't have to hit it too hard with these boundary length, times it. And really good cricket shot.
Hello to Manish Manwani in the chat. As Ahmedzai comes in again. Oh, this one hits him in front. Just going down the leg side, though. I think probably just hit him in line with the leg, but I think natural angle, just taking that on to miss. But also a lot of UK watchers in the chat. Let us know how you're enjoying ECN. Hope you are enjoying the experience. If you are new to us, the thing is, there's 5 matches a day from here, 2 tonight as well. So plenty of cricket. It's going to continue throughout 2022. This is hard. Finds a gap. Oh, it's good fielding.
Well done.
Hussain Mohammed somehow keeps that to 1. It just seems to be in a bit from the rope, which surprises me, because that is pretty short boundary. Does well, keep it to a single.
Yeah, it does very well. One-handed pick up with the roll. I'm sure he'll enjoy looking at that later. Good throw over the stumps as well.
He stuck the landing.
This will be an interesting contest, this, because Ahmedzai is sort of with that slingy action, just slanting it into middle and leg. And you can see Williams wants to plant this over the leg side. So 5 legs gone back for that now. Third man's come into the ring.
This one just missing the leg stump. Ahmedzai's just erred slightly with his direction so far in this over.
Yeah, it's because his arm just comes a little bit lower than the perpendicular. So what's happening, he's not looking to really get away swing. It's just slanting in. And what you're seeing Williams do is sort of shuffle across a little bit and go deep to try and help it on its way.
Well, this one's gone as well, and he went and fetched this one. Ahmedzai, it's a better line from him that Chris Williams didn't care. Maximo, it's another one out of the ground.
No, once again, quality bang. Look here, perfect view. 1, 2, steady, bang. And look at his head. Oh, that head position. Oh, that's a coach's dream, that. Doesn't lift. There's no point going and looking at the ball. Keep your head down, keep your head still. 6 runs, glorious batting.
Yeah, it's good batting, isn't it? Yeah, I know that when I was trying to play those elevated strokes, I made a conscious effort just to make sure that the ball was going where it needed to go in the first metre after it left my bat.
Yep.
I didn't have to look any further. And if you hit it well, and let physics take over, but you don't want to be lifting your head, kind of pulling yourself off the shot. Last ball of the over from Ahmedzai. This is just clipped off the pads. Williams will retain the strike. Has made a difference, the captain. Promoted himself from number 11 to number 5. It's going well at the moment, as at the end of the 5th over, halfway through this innings, Tunbridge Wells are 44 for 4.
Yeah, just wrestling back a bit of momentum there, Williams. He's raced to 15 off 7, 2 glorious shots on the leg side, but you can see at the top, a little disappointing top order there. The top 4 all missing out, really. And they'll be disappointed because they were given the opportunity today. A few changes in the lineup. They haven't been able to capitalise, but really enjoyed the bowling of the skipper from Drew. Tabish Bhatti, got 2 in his first. Left arm off spin, any format, left arm off spin seems to be taking over the world at the moment.
If you have any kids that are young, I would say
give it to their left hand.
Get it in the left hand and get him finger spinning it. Start by Bhatti, bowled well. Actually, what I would be doing, I'd be teaching my kids to bowl both hands. But
not many can do that.
I think if you learn from when you grow up, there's a two-hand ambidextrous pitcher in the Major League Baseball. Oh, this is reasonably high, but I think it won't be a no ball because he was down on the seat of his pants. And this ball to the side screen in the reverse V. Williams gets 4 more in unorthodox fashion.
Yeah, the old thick edge over the keeper. I thought it was a no ball on first look. It looks high for me. I know he goes down, so it's difficult for the umpire to judge, but it looked high to me.
Yeah, I think it was.
Might have got away with one, Batty.
The thing is, yeah, he didn't get a good look at the waist, I suppose.
Is that where the third umpire should come into play?
It's an interesting one. This is interesting as well. And watch out, the cheap seats. This one's out of here. Maximo. Another one for Williams. And he looks like he's in the mood to do the business for Tunbridge Wells. You know, coming back to that, I think what you'll find in this series is that if a wicket falls, they might have a look at it, but I think it does get a bit disruptive, especially because a lot of the time it's not conclusive when you see those waste ones. I think that's probably the policy they're going with. As long as it's consistent, I don't mind that. We have seen them be a bit more lenient today with those. He's hit straight and into the gap. Oh, good fielding. I think he does this. I'm sure they'll have another look at it. But that was coming Ahmedzai. Let's look at this last foot.
Ooh, marginal.
Let's see if we can get another look at this. Wind that back when he touches the ball. Has he already landed? That's my question. I think he's all right. And I think the benefit of the doubt goes to the fielder in this. He's fine there. Has he landed? Yeah, give him that one.
Oh no, it's been signalled for Vinny. Well,
right, my umpiring career is over. Well, what I do know is that if there's any doubt on these fielding ones, they do go to the fielding side. But it's a good effort. What do you think?
I think it might.
Does he touch it before the foot lands?
I think it rolls off his hand instead of it tapping off. I think that probably is 4.
Yeah, fair enough.
Just, only just.
Give it 2.5. Split the difference. That one won't be more than, won't be 2.5. It'll be way more. That one's up in the jungle. Oh well, friendly bounce. It'll come back down, but when it does, it'll be 6. Another Maximo. And Williams moves to 33 in only 11 balls. We saw a strike rate of 300 from Ahmed Nabi this morning, but Williams, he's lighting match number 13 up.
Yeah, proper captain's innings this. He's striking beautifully. And Drew, they've been guilty of bowling very straight to him. The only time they bowled a ball wide of off stump, it was almost caught. They cannot get it in his wheelhouse yet.
Last ball for Batty. Should just be 1. Cook. Kid never fumbles. Anyway, it's the end of the 6th over. The score is 65 for 4.
Yeah, really important moment in this game. Obviously, it's gone back and forth. Drew came out the blocks really quickly with a lot of early wickets, but Williams has come out and showed that it's easy to bat here, and he's raced away. Batty ends up with figures of 2 for 24. And we haven't seen the 5th bowler yet. I imagine we will soon enough. But Drew do not want to be chasing against this strong Tunbridge Wells bowling unit more than 105, I imagine. Yeah. Anything over that,
even 80. I mean,
you think so?
Yeah. I mean, look at some of the options they've got. I mean, it depends also. The French are going to roll the dice. Well, I hope they do. I mean, that's the way they play. And to see if it comes off or not. It's going to be exciting. Here's the headband warrior coming back. Pretty well. Down to Ahmedzai. Just the single. 6 over check-in time. I mean, look, 65. I think that 2 are balls, a minimum of what they want from here. That'll take them to 113. Worked away. This will be hard to cut off. In fact, it will beat the fielder. There's going to be 4 more runs. 4 carreras más.
Yeah, nice shot from Ian McLean. He's been a bit of a spectator since he's been there, watching his captain do all the work, but gets himself on strike, gets a bit of width, and a nice cut shot to that short boundary at the moment. 4 runs. And, well, Tunbridge Wells starting to race away with it. Drew desperately need a wicket.
It's all about partnerships. Chris Williams. Again. And now McLean. He's gonna single here. Nice bit of fielding. And McLean, probably seen with the ball as well in the second half of this match. Really good fielder and really quick across the turf as well. One of the top fielders you'll see in this Group A week.
How important is it in this T10 format as well?
Super important.
Every run on the line. You've got to stop everything. Looks like a change to the field here. Mid-wicket comes in, cover comes in.
It's so hard, but it's a chance. And Hakook, well, he pouches it on the 22-year-old. This was a speeding bullet from Chris Williams, but the Frenchman does it again. Oh, he's in there to take these kind of catches, and Hakook does it. Oh, I love that moment for him. This was absolutely pounded by Chris Williams, but he's got to go for a quick fire 37, and the score is 71 for 5.
Oh, Vinny, you know I love fielding, and that is a good snare because he smoked that. He couldn't have hit that any harder, and he's caught that so safely. You can see what it means to the French faithful. Big wicket, 5 down now, and really good captain's knock, though. Impressive innings, wasn't it?
I mean, that can burst through your fingers, and it's a trip to the dentist. It was hit that hard at Hakook. And what a good catch. He's getting a good ovation from the crowd as well. It's great to see him involved in the game. Well, we talked about the importance of fielding, didn't we?
Yep.
And you see there.
He couldn't have hit that any harder.
Well, I think he had to be at the ground. It almost made me deaf when I heard the sound off the bat in my headphones. 5 wickets down now, an important one, with a third of the innings left. And it's the headband warrior. Well, he's performing for his team. 2 for 12, Wahid Abdul. Even my hands are hurting just watching that. Abdul has 2 balls, and here is Liam Buttery. Big one first up, full straight, test him out, get some bat on it. So let's reassess now. I mean, still that 2 a ball. And from here, 19 left, so that's 109. I do think, though, that the wicket of Williams maybe affects how many they're going to get here. Buttery wants to get funky, but he will get a wide. And I have to admit, I know the wides are interpreted slightly differently in this, but I like it because there's consistency. So anything down the leg side, if it's not hitting the batter, or if it doesn't go between the batter and the stumps, if it's down, missing leg stump, it's called a wide. I just think it gives a bit of clarity to everyone. And you want the bowlers attacking the stumps, bowling at the batter, even on the offside. I mean, it's probably a bit harsher than most forms of the game, but you want the bowler challenging the batter. Battery. It's this one down to Hakook. Still waiting for him to fumble one. It's been really good this innings, Alexander. As we get to the end of the 7th over, 73 for 5. A lot of support as well for Tunbridge Wells. Got a bit of a support contingent down there in the fan zone after 7 overs. 73 on the board, so yeah, 10 and over gets them to 103. It's got a busy day myself because I'll be hitting the frog and toad, as they say in England, and heading down to Gibraltar for finals night. Final, and that is Bavaria versus the Pirates, who were able to do the business on the sloggers last night, so no more sloggers. I'm sure they'll be there watching. That starts at 5:30 local, 10 p.m. Indian time. And then the gold final. Well, this is going to be a great clash. Turek versus the Colpay Giants. They met on night 1. I was there at the Europa Sports Complex. It was Turek that won both of those matches, but the Giants, well, they've got a lot of stars. I think that'll be an excellent final coming up tonight.
I've got inside word on that. Lorne Burns is currently on a 9-hour bus to try and get back for the final.
Right, it's even more exciting. Here's Ahmedzai. In the air, but gets over the field at the push for 2 here. Nabi will field. Hurls a throw in, but good running. How quick McLean is. Had to come back to the non-striker's end. So Lorne Burns, leg spinning all-rounder, is on a 9-hour bus.
From Portugal.
From Portugal, trying to get there in time.
He's a faithful man. Shows this T10 format's passionate, isn't it?
Sounds like a Sandra Bullock, Keanu Reeves sequel. Ready to happen. Bit of bat on this, I think.
Yeah, you can see how quickly it got down to fine leg. There's no way that was just off the pad.
It was edged onto the pad, I think.
Yeah.
Did get some of the pad, but gets a single. That's probably what saved him there.
So this inning so far, Vinny, it was Drew that came out the blocks. Then obviously Tunbridge fought back, and now we've got that crucial 3-over ending phase. Sort of feel that if Drew can end well here and get off to a bit of a fly with Nabby at the top, they could be on for an upset.
It's all about the first 3 overs of Drew's innings, I think, regardless of how many they get. Fumble from Abdul. McLean's quick, but he's not that quick. So I'll have to settle for the single here.
Might have to start my notes soon on the old missed field and plus and minuses.
Oh, you love that, don't you?
I might do that on finals day.
All right.
Yeah. Peacock Fridays with the loud shirt and a few pluses and minuses.
It's a bit lazy from me that you haven't done it so far, actually.
Yeah, disappointing.
If you were really committed, probably would have done it all the way through, but never mind.
Easing my way into the tournament.
No, you're not a planner. Quarter of the innings to go. Edge and gone. And it's another wicket. Buttery, he's got to go. Just kind of wafts at this one. No real footwork from the English keeper. But he presents a simple chance for his opposite number. Numbers are here. And, well, the wickets keep tumbling. Tunbridge Wells, 77 for 6.
Well, I was just talking about how Ahmedzai, with that slow arm, well, not slow arm action, that sort of lower arm action, it slants into the right-handers, but then it goes across the left-handers. So for that, just kept going away from Buttery, and unfortunately for him, he gets a feather edge. Well caught by the keeper, and another wicket falls. And, well, I'd say first 3 overs, 4 overs to Drew. Then the next 3 overs went to Tunbridge Wells. For me, these last 3 overs are so crucial. I'll be disappointed with Liam Buttery. He only makes 4 off 5 in the end.
Yeah, and so I think you're exactly right. That natural shape of Ahmedzai, the left to right, it actually is an advantage to the left-hander. We've seen him lose a few down the leg side to the right-handers. And I'm just putting my
Isn't that good to see,
into
Vinny?
the chat. But then, look, there's Samir Nayak, who will probably see tonight for Tariq. And he's doing a lot of work with the cricket school project. And we've got some kids coming in right now, which is great. This is just flicked away. 1-2 here. Good throw, has him in trouble. I think this is gone. Yeah, it just seemed to be half a step short here. It was Barker that comes out first ball, takes on a dicey 2. And look, naked eye, I have him half a metre short. Let's get a look at the replay.
Yeah, I think he's gone, Vinny. That's going to be tight.
Good pick up from the keeper. He had to go a long way. Yep.
Well, he sort of throws it onto the stumps. No, that's good keeping.
It's out though. I don't think it was intentional. But the ball does hit the stumps and the gloves are nowhere near it. So he's going to have to go. Barker's going to go for just one. We'll have another look. This is the benefit of the replay because the umpire must have been a little bit unsure, not only of whether it's out or not, but when you see the ball not in the gloves, you know, adds another layer of doubt. And I think he's going to get his marching orders now. So disappointment for Barker. A little bit unnecessary, I think, with over 2 overs to go as they lose the 7th wicket. It's 78 for 7.
No, it's a very good throw, Vinny. I mean, I don't mind seeing the batsman push for 2 there. He's only out just. But another wicket does fall. And, well, Drew fighting back brilliantly. And you see there, kids flocking in here today. We've got a couple in the comm box as well. I'll be showing you shortly, but great to have the local fans joining us here in Cartama, Spain for some T10 action. This game is hotting up. And here they are. Hello, kids. Give the camera a wave.
They're taking over. They're in the box. They're on the field. We got Jay Wild here as well, chaperoning them. It's all about cricket school. It means like cricket school, and cricket is cool. I love it, and the kids are loving it. And
that was pretty smooth, Vinny.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful. Hits the ground here, so you get half an appeal. And Nilkesh not falling for that one. End of the 8th over. That was a really good one from Ahmedzai. Only 5 off it. 2 wickets, including the run out. The score now is 78 for 7.
So you said anything over 80 you think's tough. You don't think Drew can chase down 90 or 100 here?
Don't think they can't. It's more likely than not that England will have a point to prove. But to me, it's all about the first 3 overs. All about the first 3 overs of Drew. If they come out and they struggle to get bat on ball, it's going to be a different looking game. But if they have a good start, then anything's possible. Nisa, this is a rank long hop, and he gets away with it. I think the fielder out there, Shazad Mohammed, probably thought he was going to have to go get this one off one of the fans, because that's where I thought it was going.
What's your thoughts on the leg spinner coming in so late, Vinny? First time we've seen, well, leg spin in this innings.
Surprised he's not potentially getting 2 overs. He's bowled really well so far. Gets away with another shortish delivery. I mean, always a bit more careful as well when you're down to number 9 batting here. Even with 2 overs to go, you're concerned a little bit, I think, about getting bowled out. shot. Trying to be one. Another clean pickup from Alexander. Golden Hands Award. Get him around it. So Mohamed Nisa, he's recovered from that blow. As we have more children. Look, guys, get used to it.
Yeah, same height as me, Vinny.
See him after this ball. Good point there. It's well bowled. They get one here. Won't get two. So doing good holding up here, Drew. Well, yeah, we got. This is the problem with having Corey in the commentary box when the kids are here, is that he blends in too much. He just looks like another one of the kids. Well, I hope you guys are going well. It looks great to have you here and be involved in cricket and to enjoy what's going on. As Hamza Niaz does the fielding here again. It's just one. End of the over. Tunbridge Wells 83 for 7.
Yeah, good over there. And the leg spinner pays off, doesn't he? They're going to keep them to under 100, you'd imagine. And if you said that at the start of the game, I think Drew would have taken that with both hands.
Oh, yeah. For sure. So you need a big over to get into 100 here. Let's see who has the responsibility of it.
Really big over, Vinny. Really, really important over in the context of this match. They need to close this out and not go for too many runs.
All right, 6 balls to go. Goes at it, thick inside edge. Will they take him on here? Yeah, it's a bit of a holding job from the fielder out there. Bit of a Mexican standoff there from Wahid Abdul, but it's just a single.
Now finishing with the off spinner. A little bit risky if you ask me. What do I know though, Vinny? It's good bowling.
Pretty hard to be a coach, isn't it?
It's difficult. Gotta love this T10 format. Anything can happen.
Gone. Stumped. And Whiteman. Well, we'll see more of him, I'm sure, in the second half of this game. But for now, just can't get anything going as he runs at Shazeb and misses. 8 wicket falls with 3 balls remaining. It's 84 for 8.
You know who's had a good game for me so far? The keeper, Amazir here. A couple of stumpings, diving catch, run out, helped in the run out. He's been efficient. And good keepers, well, they make a big difference. Different sort of technique, but look at that. Quick hands, a bit of MS, Dhoni in that, Vinny.
Good play. Often say there's 2 types of stumping. The type you have to rush and the type you don't. That was one that you didn't, so he could just concentrate, catch the ball cleanly. He's going to have plenty of time to take off the bails. When it's closer, sometimes you have to change your technique slightly and kind of call it cheating. It's not really cheating, but kind of cheat on the technique a little bit just to get the bails off quickly. Amar Zahir had plenty of time. So 8 wickets down. You see number 10 out there now, Joe McCaffrey, spinner himself. And this one could be another wicket. Well, no one's catching this, are they? He's coming in a long way.
Oh. And
now they might go for 2. And he's going to be run out. So it'll be 1 and run out. And once again, McLean is quick, but not that quick. And this is a bit of a funny one from Shazeb. When the ball bounced off the fielder, it kind of sent him towards the stumps. Ahmed Nabi, he's been batting better than he's been catching in this tournament. He thinks he'll race him, but he just is able to get 2-3 more metres. Point blank range. Bang. And McLean's got to go. So now that's 9 out. The score is 85 for 9.
Yeah, well, turned for 2. Probably the right call. You've got to try and take it on. But good match awareness from the bowler there. Shahzeb Mohammed gets the run out in the end. And, well, the off spin's working at the end. The spin's working at the end. And, well, Drew have definitely closed out the back 3 overs, the better team.
Yeah, that's right. Just cost them 1 run in the end. Nabi gets half a run out for that. So down to the last legs. Not a bad shot though. Here's Smudger. Dave Smith gets 1.
Yeah, Vinny, 1 to go. Well, you said Drew had to keep him around this 85 mark. You've been spot on, that's for sure.
Yeah. Game on. Last ball. Gets a piece of it, but it's taken very, very well. Oh, what an excellent catch. And it caps off an excellent 10 overs for Dreux, the French champions. Shazeb takes 2 for 3 in the last. And Tunbridge Wells bowled out off the last ball for 86. And I think this is going to set up an even more interesting second half of this match, Corey, as they'll have to bat well in case there's no gimme against an England team that'll be desperate to atone for some failings with the bat in match 13. Well, it's a creepy number, match 13, unlucky for some. But Drew made their own luck, you have to say. You know, I think of some of the catches that were taken, particularly Alexander Hakuk, the way that he caught Chris Williams off an absolute bullet. And so, well, cue the music. There's going to be some highlights, and there's going to be some wickets early as Afridi Yassin ripped a hole through the top order, number 2. Well, a couple of quick wickets. And England, well, they were just trying to mount something, weren't they? But I guess the story here for Drew, they kept creating chances, they kept creating errors, and then they took those, and it was a procession of English batsmen throughout this 10 overs.
Yeah, well, they came out the better of the two sides, didn't they, Vinny? And they took those wickets early, and you sort of felt at this stage, are we on for a little bit of an upset? There were some half chances that got missed, but overall, the Drew bowling at the start and the fielding level was exceptional. And I was really impressed with all their all-round fielding, especially their deep fielding. And it was these first 3 or 4 overs that they took everything, and they backed up the bowling unit, which was really impressive. And that's what you've got to do. Butty, the captain, left-arm off-spinner, came on. See you later. Top of off-stump. Really good bowling. And as you see here, that was deemed for in the end. But this is when the tide sort of turned just a little bit. And the captain came out, number 5, Chris Williams, played some glorious shots to the leg side. He had a little bit of support from the 6, 7, 8, but just a little bit. But while Chris was there, we thought, oh, what's going to happen? But bang, good catch. He hit that like a bullet. And one excellent catch was by the specialist fielder, Vinny.
That was faster than a speeding bullet. And a young Frenchman getting the job done. Little nick from Buttery. He had to trot on his way. Nice bit of keeping. This one by Ahmed Zahir to take a bit of a wide throw, and then stumping, and then this. The comical run out in the end, really. You don't want to miss, especially when you've cheated an extra 3 or 4 metres to get closer, but he didn't. And at the end of the day, Tunbridge Wells, I think they're the first team to actually get bowled out in this tournament. And yeah, you wouldn't expect that the first team to get bowled out would be the English champions as we have a look at the scorecard. Well, Chris Williams, without him, you worry about how many they would have scored because he had 37 off 15 with 2 4s and 4 big maximos. But believe it or not, none of the other English batters were able to clear the boundary during this innings. There were 3 11s there, Johnny Shepardson, Mark McLean and Ian McLean. Apart from that, single digits. And look, really disciplined from the French bowling. Only 3 wides in that innings. 86 for 10. All right, Corey, I know you love a big tip. I'm going to ask you in a second who your money's on. But first, I'm going to take through the figures. And Shazeb, well, they decided to bowl him at the end, 2 for 3. Nisar was very good at the end, so spin working at the end for Dre. 2 wickets for Wahid Abdul, the headband warrior, as well as Tabish Bharti, who bowled really well once again. 1 for 16 for Afridi Yassin. So, all right, Corey, if you have to put your house on it, I know you already lost your house with your bad prediction. What do you think?
My gut feeling, look, Tunbridge Wells, even though they experimented with the batting lineup, they'll be a little bit embarrassed by that performance. So I think they'll come out firing and they're going to win by 7.
Are you calling it?
Yeah, I think Tunbridge will just get over the line.
Well, you know what I'm predicting? Golden ball. Ooh. Haven't had one yet at Cartama. Let's find out. Well, when we return in a few minutes, we'll be back with the chase, and it will be Dre, the French champions, looking to create the first big upset of ECL 22. They'll need 87 runs to do it. Vinny Sander here, Mr. Maximo, along with Corey Ruckers. We'll see you shortly on ECN. You're watching the BET2BALL European Cricket League. Welcome back to a very interesting contest. Match number 13 of Group A. It's the first week of 6 of the second ever European Cricket League, brought to you by BET2BALL and keeper Inu. And I can tell you in this one, it's a game that we're seeing the English champions tested. Tunbridge Wells, they have been bowled out in their 10 overs for 86. So 87 for victory for Dreux, the French champions. Sometimes, even though I've done over 1,000 matches on ECN, I have no idea what's going to happen here. I think I know that Dreux are going to come out and play their shots. England are going to be fired up. Tunbridge Wells, that is. And I think this game hangs in the balance, despite this below-average total that Tunbridge Wells have put on the board. Vinny Sandu here, Mr. Maximo, alongside me in the commentary box for this one is Corey Ruckers. And Corey, what a contest we've got in this match.
Yeah, interesting contest, Vinny. I mean, Drew, the happier of the two sides. What I'd like to see here is they take the game on in this first 3. I don't want to see them go into their shells and nurdle their way. Be aggressive, get off to a flyer, and help that middle order. It's an interesting contest. I mean, we know Tunbridge Wells changed their batting lineup a little bit, rested a few people. I've got a question for you, Vinny. Obviously it's tournament play, but how do Svanholm and the Austrian team feel about that? Because really, Drew are playing, I know it's a tournament and teams have every right to do what they want, but how do the teams on the sideline feel about that? Do they feel a bit hard done by?
Yeah, it's a good point.
Tough question.
Luck of the draw. I think more likely that, let's say, that the team at the top is more likely to rest players against the teams lower down the table. So I suppose you earn that respect by winning games. I think ultimately you've got to go out and do it against whatever 11 are on the park. You know, it's going to be part and parcel. There's a lot of variables. I mean, injuries, all these kinds of things. So certainly an interesting point, though. As we start the chase, and it's Bailey Whiteman to bowl the first ball. 87 for victory. Well, Niaz coming off the first baller this morning, and he has a close shave here, but it'll go all the way. Maximo! Hamza Niaz, well, he rolls the dice once against first ball. He's on a king pair, but he gets away with it. 6 to France.
Tell you what, he got every piece of that as well. Maybe half a chance for the fielder there. So he was a couple of metres in off the rope, but what a shot first ball. He's seen that pretty well. The old swivel pull shot, 6.
Bailey Whiteman been bowling in excess of 80 miles an hour in this tournament. Hamza Niaz wasn't too bothered.
The quicker it comes, the further it goes, Vinny.
This time he goes offside. It's going to be 6 more.
That's a better shot.
Oh, well, he's just love-tapped this. Gone over the fence, over backward point. 2 balls, 2 sixes, double Maximo.
That's a front foot check drive over point. What a shot. Bang.
I think he's late on this.
That's an unbelievable. That's shot of the week for me.
I think he's late on this. And he just, at the last moment, he said, oh, well, I can see the ball's about to hit the bat. I'm just going to give a little.
That's a front foot check drive on the up, over point for 6.
French drive. What's coming next? He tries him out again.
This is the right approach though, Vinny. See, what I find with teams around the world, when it's a low chase, sometimes they go into their shell and they start falling behind the 8 ball because they think they don't need it. Show some intent. If they get off to a fly here, let's say 1 for 30 or 2 for 35, they're halfway there.
This is edge of your seat stuff.
What a shot. What a shot.
I honestly think he was trying to pull that. And at the last minute he realised he hadn't got there quick enough. Whiteman. Yeah, it goes short again. Niaz, unperturbed, and there's going to be 4 more. Cuatro, carreras más. Très bien. The French up and away. That's the 3rd boundary in the over already. 16 have come off the first 4 balls.
Well, the French and the English have had plenty of duels on the football field. It's on the cricket field now, and the French giving the English bowlers a little bit of a pasting here. What a start. All these balls are well back of a length, and he's taking it on.
It was a tactic used by the England 11 in the ECC last year to kind of rough up some of the other more inexperienced players with the short stuff. Niaz has handled it well so far. This time he drives on the up. Oh, this one might be the best of the lot. Corey goes into the fan zone. 6 more. The first over goes magical as Niaz goes Maximo over cover. And now there's 22 off the over.
I might retire from commentary. I've seen it all now. That is an unbelievable shot. That's on the up, and he's sort of check drive that over extra cover for 6 as well. Oh, he's timing it beautifully.
He hasn't even faced the ball yet at the other end.
I told you, the quicker it is, the further it goes, and he's just timing it. 22 off 5, Vinny. game on now.
How long can this last?
Oh, wow.
My word. Whiteman, last ball of his over. Pitches up, could be out. Oh, and it's so close. But I think this one's going to go for 4 as well. And it does. So Williams, well, that was a really good effort from the skipper. Had to go the wrong hand in the end. He was just running at it. And it got tapped away, and it had what it took to get to the boundary. So Whiteman goes for 26. That is not a typo. And Niaz, the Golden Duck this morning, has fired him up. He's got all of them. And after 1 over, it's 26 for no loss.
Yeah, well, I didn't see any of that coming. What a shot. What an over. And, well, the fans are enjoying the sun. The English fans might be hoping for a prayer here. They need some wickets.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
We didn't see that coming.
No.
Not at all.
And you felt he might get away with 1 or maybe 2. But he just kept rolling the dice.
I like this decision, going straight to the leg spinner. I think that's the right choice.
I also think Nubby is less comfortable against spin than pace.
Well, who's winning this now? I thought Tunbridge was still there. You said they wouldn't chase 85. They're chasing
I
this
will
in
say this.
4 overs.
There's going to be a twist in this innings at some point.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't know when it's coming. McCaffrey, the leg spinner, is a really clever bowler. He's going to bowl over number 2. And yeah, what he'll do, he'll just slide him on pretty quick and try and sneak it inside that wide line on the offside more often than not. He's bowling to Ahmed Nabi. Now I'm wrong, because that's short, it's down the leg side, and that one's going to go over the giant ice cube. Well, Maximo, 6 more. McCaffrey gets it wrong, Nabi cashes in, and he starts with a bang, just like his partner, Hamza Niaz.
Well, 6 for him as well. What a shot, that is absolute long hop. Still got to put it away, though. And, they've raced to 32 off 7 balls. They only need, if my maths are correct, 55 more, Vic.
Let's not start counting, let's just watch.
Surely not. Surely there is a twist in this match.
Saw the England 11 going down to Italy and Belgium during the ECC.
Yeah,
you wouldn't have picked those results.
The Portuguese beat the Dutch as well.
Portuguese beating the Dutch. That was a game and a half, wasn't it? McCaffrey, can he get it right? Once again, done it. See you, ball. Adios, pelota. And 6 more. Clickety-click, 66. Rolls the dice, comes up double 6s. Nubby doing what he does best, hitting 6s and hitting a lot of them.
Sorry, I just need to double check. Has there been a boundary off every ball?
Not every ball.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that was...
Was there one that wasn't? Because
there was a dot. Yeah, let me read. In fact, let me read you the 8 deliveries so far. 66.46666.
Yeah, did you ever play stick cricket, the mobile app?
This is
stick cricket.
Oh my word! What's the current run rate?
Oh,
the current run rate is 28.5 and over.
If they win this in a canter, this is going to help their net run rate. This changes the whole group.
Under a run a ball.
What's going on?
Oh, McCaffrey, uncharacteristically wayward. Oh! Yep, put it with the rest. 666, the Devils' number. And he's been 2 leg side to Nubby. You can't afford to do that. He's gone 18 off 3. Maximo time. Up to 44 after only 9 deliveries.
Oh my word, he's got every piece of that as well. A bit fuller this time, he just leans back and bang. Oh, Vinny, I'm in shock. I'm in utter shock. We said we wanted them to show some intent. They're showing some
Just
intent.
off, isn't he, McCaffrey? It's not what he's been delivering.
What is going on?
Hello to Jack Perman in the chat. Hope you're well. Everyone else?
Hello, Jack.
Really enjoying this contest. Yep, there's another 6.
Oh, we're on.
Maximo! Don't say it, Corey. Don't say it.
Don't say
it. But that's 4 6s in a row to start the second over. Now check this run rate. I think that one puts it over 30. Because
what is going on?
That brings up the 50 off 10 balls.
Is that the 50?
They're going at 5 a ball, Corey.
Is that the 50 partnership?
That's the 50 partnership. It's come off 10 balls.
I've seen it all, Vinny. I've seen it all.
It's the fastest 50 partnership in history.
We're not even going to get...
Like, the best you can do is 9 balls with a 50 partnership.
Vinny, I don't want to say it, but something's on here. We're on for something special.
Don't talk.
I haven't seen it before.
McCaffrey. Dot. Oh. What we're talking about was the 6 6s.
Yeah.
We haven't seen the 6 6s here at Cartama.
Have you had it before?
We have not in the ECL or the ECC, but we have it in ECS a couple of times. That's more like where McCaffrey's been bowling successfully, but the first 2 set the tone for an over, which has been horrendously expensive. Yep, put it with the rest as this over goes supersonic. And it's a dirty 30 for the English off the second. And Drew, they're 54 off 2 overs.
56, aren't they?
Yeah, 56.
Oh.
I've gotten adding up. 50's there. Don't let me shortchange it. 56 for no loss off 2. Let me take you through the 12 balls so far in this innings. 6-6 dot. 4-6-6. 6-6-6. 6.6.
That is stick cricket back in the day, and this is going to blow the group wide open. Their net run rate, Drew, and a win here. This is changing everything. Who saw this coming?
Not me. That is something I really thought.
Shazad Manzoor in the chat's asked, is that the quickest 50 ever? Like,
Yeah,
that has to be the quickest partnership. 50 off 10.
The quickest you can actually get without wides and stuff is 9 balls, because you get like 9 sixes. That's 54, right? 8 sixes is 48. So it's about as close to perfection as you can imagine. Well, what do the English viewers think in the chat?
Well, they've switched off, surely.
Wow, I'm feeling nauseous. Here's McLean. What can he do? Ian McLean. Well, this will be 4 more. Well, the crowd getting behind the French now. This is cracked 3 point. I think McCaffrey, he's not having a good time in the last 5 minutes. It's a funny bounce. This one skates past him. Well, this one will probably bring the run rate down because it's only 4, but still another boundary for Drew. Well, they'd have to fall over to lose from here, surely.
Well, we sort of said that we lacked an upset in Group A. We're about to witness one. They can't lose from here. Surely.
Talk about an upset. How about
a thumping?
It's a mauling. 60 for no loss. Down leg side. That's going to be a wide.
Well, that helps it.
First of the innings.
It helps it stay at around 5 a ball. I've never seen anything like that. Has there been a 1 or a 2? Or is it just boundaries?
Don't be ridiculous. Yeah, entirely boundaries and a wide. Reminds me, I mean, Nabi scored 100 entirely in boundaries back in ECL 19. This is right up there with that.
Oh, wow.
This will be 4 more. Yeah, another boundary. Didn't get all of it. Bit of a bottom edge from Niaz. And he's 34 off 8. I think that's slow compared to Nabi at the other end, but still, it's over 4 a ball. And the French openers, I'm almost speechless.
Well, Vinny, at the end of the 4th over, usually we turn the camera around for Comcam. We ain't making it that far. They're going to chase this down in 3.3 at this rate.
Ian McLean trying to stop the bleeding. All right, tries it again. Now this could be 4 more. There will be. Trying some variations. That man at deep square leg is not fine enough to cut these off. All right, I know you like this. Do you want me to run through the inning so far?
Please do.
This is from the very beginning.
Yeah.
6-6 dot, 4-6-4, 6-6-6, 6.6, 4 wide 4.
Unbelievable. I've never seen anything like this. Not this aggressive. I mean,
ridiculous.
This is ridiculous. They could win it this over.
There goes 6 more. Watch out in the fan zone. That's Rico full doing the fielding. 1 hand, 1 bounce. We'll get a camera on Rico. No, he's not getting much of a break because another 6. I mean, what is this?
They're going to chase down.
What is this sorcery? It's like they're playing with a golf ball. It's going that far.
They're going to chase down 87 in possibly 3 overs without hitting a single, a 2 or a 3. It's only boundaries.
75 off 16. Slower ball. Hit hard.
No.
Get a single.
Oh, don't run.
First single of the innings, and the score's 76 now.
Mate, I've got one for you. Niaz, who's 45 off 11, is striking less than Nabi.
That's what I said. And Nabi's just going 5 a ball. He's only faced that whole second over. He's facing now. There you go. See you later. Bye ball. 36 off 7 for Nabi with 6 sixes and a dot. And this is something else at the end of the power play. It's the biggest power play we've ever seen in almost 2,000 games on ECN. After 3 overs, it's 82 for no loss.
Is that the biggest?
The highest previously was 77, set last year in Romania by ACCB versus Cluj.
Well, I tell you what, if you want to tinker with your team, you pay the piper.
Well, I mean,
I'm in shock. I don't know what to say.
This just might be a Comcam where we stare at you blankly and we tell you we don't know what's going on. I mean, I've done over 1,000 games in the last 12 months. I've seen nothing like this. It's unbelievable. It's the biggest power play we've ever had.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm going to take myself out of this moment right now and we'll have a look at what's coming up next. because we might not have long to go in this one. So we'll show you that in a second. 45 minutes away from that. It's going to be Svanholm versus Star CC. Very important game for Svanholm, or it might be. Again, even if they can't get third after this, fourth is crucial. Here's Matt Barker. This is in the air, and this one's going to fly into the sky. That's it, they've done it.
In 19 balls.
They've done it in 19 balls. In fact, this will be the highest run rate ever achieved in a completed innings as well. When I get it for you, it'll be something like over 28 or something like that. They strike at 27.79 and over, and they score 88 for no loss of 3.1 overs, the fastest chase in the series and the fastest chase ever in the ECL.
Go through the balls again. I need to hear it all again.
I've got time to tell you these balls. Okay, this is the whole innings, and it was only 19 balls. 6-6 dot, 4-6-4, 6-6-6, 6.6, 4 and a wide, 4-4, 6-1-6, and a 6. How about that?
And look at the fans give them a huge round of applause as they come off. And they deserve it. I've never witnessed more of an onslaught from two opening batsmen in that rate. That is unbelievable.
I'm so humble as well, the French. That's got to be the highlight of their cricketing life. And this is what the ECL is all about. It's creating moments, it's creating history. And what a boost that is for continental European cricket when you see the French opening pair. And Ahmed Nabi, he's going to finish 36 not out of 7. And Hamza Niaz, well, he brings up his 50 off the last ball. 51 off 12 balls. We had 2 dots, but he had 5 fours, he had 5 sixes. And Tunbridge Wells tumble to their first loss in this ECL. And well, you have to say after that, that throws this competition wide open.
Well, we said we needed an upset in Group A. I've been trying to call one, didn't get that one right, but yeah, I'm a bit speechless, to be honest. Is that the quickest 50 ever, by the way? 51 off 12?
Yeah, it's equals the quickest 50 ever. Well, this highlights package is going to go about as long as this innings did, as only 3.1 overs were used up. This is a game that I think everyone will always remember if you witnessed it live. McCaffrey, he was just out of sorts, wasn't he? I thought he was the kind of bowler that could challenge Nabi, but Nabi hit him for 5 sixes in the over. Take you through the over by over. 26, 30, 26, and then just one single ball in the fourth, going for 6. No surprises there. Corey,
how many boundaries did they hit out of the 19 balls then? Was it 16 boundaries?
There were 11 sixes and 5 fours,
so it's 19
and 3 dots.
So 19 balls and they hit 16 boundaries. That's ludicrous. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. I know Big OC hit 2-2-2 off 10 overs, but this is exceeding that. This is unbelievable. And you can see what it means to them, all their players, all the fans. Yeah, remarkable. Absolutely remarkable.
And just one single in that innings as well. You know what? Just so happy for Drew. They've had to wait in the wilderness for 2.5 years since their appearance in ECL 19. They've come back and they've had a bit of a slow start to the series. They are back and they're back to play. Well, I'm going to get in the car and head for Gibraltar.
Yep.
But I'll be thinking about that all the way. In fact, a bit earlier than I thought I'd be knocking off. I still can't believe what happened. This is what's coming up next. Svanholm versus Star CC. Corey will be here to take everyone through that one with Rico. So Corey and Rico to take you through the rest of the day while I head down to another country, which you can do in this area. And just have a look. That speaks for itself. 51 off 12 for Hamza Niaz.
No, look at this, Vinny.
5 fours and 5 sixes. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. Right next to the A, look at that 27.79 and over. I have never in my world ever seen like. Yeah, they were on track for 277 if they were batting first.
Yeah, or 278. Rounded up. I mentioned that's the highest completed, highest run rate in a completed innings, 27.79. Nabi hit 6 sixes out of 7, and so that's a pretty good strike rate. He was scoring at 514.
Did you say he just hit, what did he make in the end?
He made 36 off 7, hit 6 sixes and had a dot. So that's cricket. Welcome to the new world. And Whiteman, McCaffrey and McLean all got the treatment. Right, there's something that I don't know if we'll ever see anything like that again. That's what's going to happen.
That has to be a record as well for the highest economy rates from every bowler. I mean,
pretty much. I mean, poor Barker, he had the worst of the lot, 36. Anyway, we are going to go. I think I might have a cold shower, and I might even need something to settle my nerves. But I'll be heading down to Gibraltar. I'll see you there tonight for that final between Turek and the Colpay Giants. That'll be the talk of the town, I'm sure. A lot of chins will be wagging about this result. Drew, in match 13, something spooky happening in Cartama. And they win 88 off 3.1, defeating Tunbridge Wells 86. I'm out of here. Vinny Sandu, Mr. Maximo, along with Corey Ruckers. Hope you enjoyed the viewing as much as we did. You'll only see it here on ECN. You're watching the BET2BALL European Cricket League. Hello there, guys. Mr. Maximo here, Vinny Sandu for the European Cricket Network. I'm here with Albi Zalmi, skipper Rahel Khan. Albi Zalmi, of course, the winners of Sweden and also the winners of Group D. We called it the Group of Death. Rahel, welcome. How does it feel to be back for Championship Week?
Thank you so much. Really feel proud and can't wait to kick off the final round.
I mean, you must have had your times where you weren't sure whether you'd be back because that final was a really, really close game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really tough and it was hard. Like it was almost heart attack. Like it was, can't believe it that we finished in our group.
Yeah, it was an incredible match, actually. You chased down 67, only 4 balls to spare. Usman Jabbar was the hero, but it was a bit of a miracle to even get to the final because you had a bit of a slow start to the week, didn't you? A bit like you did back in Sweden last year in the ECS. What was the key to kind of finding the energy to start winning at the right time? Is there anything that you talked about during the week that kind of put you in a better frame of mind?
Yes, exactly. As I told you before, it was tough for us to come from Sweden here. The weather condition was totally different. And then it was outdoor, first time after 6 months. And we knew that first 2-3 matches, it will take time to get set in our shape. So we knew that we are much better than it. We did start in the beginning. So we knew that we're going back to our platform and do some good performance.
Look, one of the things I think all of us were really happy to see was the amount of support you had from your club members, especially the younger club members back in Stockholm. What did it feel like? Because I know that there were a few people waiting for you at the airport when you got back to Stockholm.
Yes, exactly. Without that young children support, we was not here. So we are so happy, lucky that we have a lot of supporters, especially children's and women's who's supporting us. They are giving us so much energy and good to be here and perform much better.
Now look, let's look ahead to Championship Week. I know we've had a bit of a rain-affected start to the week. Looks like there'll be a few short matches, maybe not quite the full 10 overs. How do you think that's going to change things and how confident are you feeling going into Championship Week?
Yeah, we have the momentum with us, so I don't think so it will matter us so much because of 5 hours or probably less. We will take all the matches step by step, so I don't think so there is any difficulties in front of us.
Well, Rahel, it's been wonderful to speak to you. Best of luck for Championship Week. And let's see if maybe you can take this wonderful trophy back to Sweden. What would that mean to you to be ECL champions?
Well, it will be a dream come true. Hopefully we will do it. We have feelings for that, so can't wait. And let's see how we start our first matches.
Well, look, I tell you what, they won the Group of Death. They beat some very, very good cricket teams to get here. So who's to say they can't do it again? ECL Championship Week, it's here. And best of luck to you, Rahel, and all of the Albi Zalmi boys. The Swedish, well, they're here and they're ready for some championship cricket. Hey guys, it's Vinny Sandhu here, Mr. Maximo for the European Cricket Network, and well, unfortunately this was meant to be day 3 of the BET2BALL European Cricket League presented by keeper Inu, but unfortunately because of the weather conditions over the last couple of days, the ground won't be ready just yet. We are planning to come back tomorrow, and we're planning to have 10 matches for you tomorrow on Thursday and 10 again on Friday before we have finals day on Saturday. So slightly different schedule. Stay tuned though, we're going to give you an ECN Classic match right here, and stay tuned because we will have ECL cricket resuming as soon as possible. And welcome back to the Costa del Sol. Well, the sun is coming out slowly but surely. But I tell you what, the sun will be setting on one of these two teams after match 17. It's the first eliminator here on Super Thursday. It's the Helsinki Titans, who finished 5th, versus Star CC from Luxembourg, who finished in 6th place. Let's go over to the crucial coin toss. It is Rob Kemming, the tournament referee, that has the giant coin. Let's see who wins it in this big match.
It's your call. Yeah. Cubano.
So it is Star CC that called keeper Inu. They're correct. They're going to have a bat. They'll be putting runs on the board first. Look, I do think that they're going to rely a lot on a couple of players. Star CC, Jutton Muddins had a really good series, as well as Shiv Karan Gill. Look, I don't mind them putting the runs on the board in an eliminator, but they will have to defend it. So let's see if they can do it. Helsinki Titans, I think they'll be pretty confident of going through, but they do have to dispose of a team that hasn't had a win yet, but I think they'll be a little bit tricky. Let's go over to Rico Full, who's in the commentary box as we get ready for the first ball of Eliminator number 1, match.
Buenos días, mi familia, ¿cómo estás todos? Y bienvenido de campo de Cartama. Welcome, and good to be here again. Thank you very much, Vinny Sandhu, looking magnificent as usual. Mr. Maximo, and welcome to the BET2BALL European Cricket League. Here's the Champions League of cricket. 30 national club champions are going to be battling out over 6 weeks. This is just week 1, and week 1 is Group A action. In total, in this competition, we will see 144 matches. That's unbelievable. Surely that makes this the biggest cricket event ever. Well, it's certainly one of the biggest that's going to be this year, that's for sure. Maybe the biggest sporting event ever. And I must say, I do like the coin toss coin, keeper Inu, BET2BALL, and that's a first, I'm sure, as the umpires make their way out in what is going to be, well, it's do or die battle, isn't it, between those two teams. Helsinki Titans and Star have yet to win a game, but are they saving the best to last? Look, there's been a lot of tips and advice that's been given their way, and one of them certainly is that Jutton Muddins and Gill really should be the ones that are up there opening the batting. And well, in terms of the Helsinki Titans, well, they've been hit and miss. They've had good games, they've performed well, and I think their captain Pushtar will be hoping that his team are up for this, because remember, it's as simple as this. This is the first of 2 eliminators today. Whoever loses this match, that's it. It's curtains. They're getting on their flight back home. And well, is that flight going to be going to Luxembourg, or will it be going to Finland? Well, we'll know after this match. Match officials, the men in black for this match. Our very own Harrison Ward, he'll be taking the first over, and then the Italian stallion, Suleiman Saeed, is the man that's going to be at square leg. A very, very good morning to everybody, wherever you are tuning in from. Thank you to everybody, as always, on the YouTube chat. Good morning to Kamdik Singh. He says good morning to Rico and Vinny. Kamdik, I hope you've had your aloo paranthas this morning and ready for some action. Good morning to Charlie Hunt as well. Happy Super Thursday. Yes, it is Super Thursday. And also good morning to everybody in the fan zone and also to the kids, to the Ark Christian School. They're doing a bit of cricket out there, a bit of training. It was nice to be sat with them. I was just teaching them a few umpiring signals. They were enjoying signaling the 4s and the 6s. And it's nice to see the young generation here appreciating the sport and talking to some of them. Some of them have played a fair bit of cricket, so we're ready to go in this very crucial match. Wahid Qureshi is going to be bowling the first ball, and it will be Shiv Karan Gill on strike, and it's a little bit short, and it's 4 runs straight away. Cuatro carreras, and that's the start that they need, and this is very promising. I tell you why this is promising, because I think this is the first time that Star CC have started their innings with a boundary. I mean, don't quote me on that, but I do think so, because Gill normally takes a little bit of while to get going. Usually he does hang around, he occupies the crease, but doesn't get going straight away. He's usually about 4 or 5 overs before he starts hitting. Well, that's a good sign. Can it continue? Oh, gets beaten by this one. Just plays down the wrong line. And Wahid Qureshi just keeping the pace off the ball this time. And Gill's opening partner at the other end is their wicket keeper, Edith Manipelli. It's on the pad, but I would imagine going by the first few deliveries as well, that one was once more just outside the line of the off stump. No, he does cut back actually. This one probably was going to carry on to drift down the leg side. An optimistic appeal nonetheless from Zahadullah Kamana. It's interesting, they've changed the wicket keeper. They did this yesterday. You see this next delivery. And once again another appeal, and this time the finger goes up. Harrison Ward takes his time and gives it. Now, I wonder if this is, I think the original appeal was for LBW, but I think it may be, the actual decision may have that it's actually caught a bit of the bat, but we'll see on the replay. Let's have a good look at this. I don't think that catches the bat. I think that's given for LB. And the question here is this going to go into hit or go over? Is it on the way up, or is it going to clip the bells? I mean, it's a difficult one for the umpires. Took a long time to give it. Look at his pitches. Wow. I think he's a long way down there, you know. I think maybe it's possibly going to go over or just miss the leg. But look, I think that probably you have to say with that on his umpire's call. Umpire is standing exactly in line. They see it better than what we do here. And just again, I think that may just be continuing to drift, but it's never easy. It has been given as LBW in the book. So, well, he does start with a boundary, but wasn't able to get anything of the next 3 balls. Only scores 4 deliveries, and that's a big blow because Gill, he's certainly one of the batters that is able to give Star a good start. It's a disappointment for the team from Luxembourg, Star CC straight away. Losing that wicket, and that means it's Roshan Viswanath who comes in now. And so once again, Madden electing not to go out there. He's still got this concern about the about that Kookaburra swinging around early on. He doesn't feel that it suits him. He likes to come in a bit later, and I believe that that's a mistake. And I know my fellow commentator Corey Rockets yesterday was thinking the same. I think you've got to have your best batters up there early. Qureshi, and well, that one's very wide. The first ball to Viswanath, and Viswanath can put the sigh of relief. That may help, just take a little bit off the nerves off him. Your first ball is one that you always want to see out, though technically he'd want to register as his first ball because it was a wide. This is the first legitimate delivery he gets, and it's a good one. And you see, that's the sort of, I thought the one before was probably going in the same sort of direction. I know it's very hard to tell, because he's got this sort of little bit of in swing, and that's taking the ball away. Dot ball. Now this one's a bit fuller, and the finger goes up again. And this one, looking at it first time around, I thought it was straighter, and this may be a little bit more conclusive than the first one, but it's the second LBW in the over, the last ball of the over, and Vishwanath has to go without fan. Look, it's deep inside his crease. This one, I think, yeah, no doubt about that one. I mean, the ball is going on the up, but he's back inside his crease. I think that's going to hit the top of middle and off. So, yeah, he can't have any arguments about that. That, well, you're going to have to say, Vishwanath, we know what his least favourite fruit is. It's plum. And he's on his way, and what a start that is from the bowler, Qureshi. And it's a terrible disaster start for Star. Now, you see, this is the thing now that I'm talking about. I mean, you've got to think that Madden has to come in here now. And you see these wickets tumbling. By the time he comes out there, the ball is still going to swing. So I think when you've got a good batter like Madden, you've got to come out there early. End of the over, and it's a great start for the Helsinki Titans. The score is 5, and 1 wicket down. And that's not where Star want to be. And they're staring down the barrel here, Star. And well, there you go. You see, that's my. Looks like it isn't going to be Madden. That looks like it's going to be the captain, Vijay Kumar Desai. So maybe they've decided that he will go out there first and see if he can weather the storm. And there you go, straight to his to the man out there, who is Manapelli. Remember, hasn't faced the ball himself yet. Great start for the Titans, the team from Finland, the Finnish champions. Beautiful day here, Cartama. Yeah, little haze of cloud cover. It's starting to fade away. Nice sunshine. And from one Qureshi to another. This is Ahad Qureshi. The last time he played, he had a very good game. They made 55 runs of 24 balls. But they did lose to Swan Holm by 23 runs in that match. He's a good all-rounder as well. And talking about a good all-rounder, well, this man that's coming into the commentary box now, standing next to me, is not a bad all-rounder. Vinny Sandhu, good morning.
Certainly have been all-round the last 24 hours, hopping countries, but I'm back in Spain this morning. Yeah, great to be here. Thanks, Rico. Good to have you back in the box as well. And you're right, Qureshi Bros. Opening the bowling.
Nicely played, and there's going to be a chase on here, but I think the ball is going to win, and it does. 4 runs, 4 carreras. Fielding there, very cautious to keep the Perjoka Lakia.
Yeah, really nice shot, well timed. Ahad Qureshi coming off 4-wicket haul on day 1. He's time to just lose his line slightly. I'm going to say hello to Tam Madden in Scotland. This next ball is driven away. This may get cut off, it is. So just a single there. Yeah, hello to Tam in Scotland, who says that loving the weather that they're seeing on the TV. Because the part of Scotland, Aaron, is covered in snow. So I'm sure it's a bit colder, a bit further north. I will say, let us know where you're watching from in the chat. ECN YouTube channel, ECN European Cricket Network. As Qureshi comes in again. And then the other thing that I should say is congratulations to the Coldplay Giants for winning the Gibraltar Series last night. It was a really tense finals night. That one, a good call from the umpire.
Look, those matches yesterday were sensational. I mean, you couldn't get closer than that in both the bronze and the final itself.
We went right down to the wire. Great scenes down there. They really got behind it. I think we're going to see some more cricket from Gibraltar before the year's out.
Nice looking shot. Does get past the man inside the circle in the mid-on position, but there is cover behind him. Just a single.
Say hello to Selva Kumar Murugasamy as well in the chat. Charlie Hunt, Gagneep Singh. Nice to see you guys. Maya is in there as well as Keanu. Sean Willis enjoyed the last game of cricket as well. Good morning to you, Sean and Helix, and everyone and anyone that I might have missed.
Go on the aerial route, and he goes all the way. Manos arriba, arbitro. Manos arriba, niños, porque eso es Seis Guerreras. And Maximo comes.
Picks up the length so quickly here, doesn't he? It's just absolutely cracked. Now, VJ Desai's been a little bit disappointing with the bat, I think. And this one should give him a lot of confidence. And I tell you what, bowling on day 4 in the morning is a lot more tiring than bowling on day 1. Because you just starting to feel it. I think all these players come the 4th morning, and the game's getting more and more important as well, but they're really starting to feel, I know it's only 2 overs a day, but they're long days. It's the intensity of this tournament. And yeah, Qureshi just had a bit of an off over there. 15 come off it, and after 2, it's 20 for 2. And just to let you know, a couple of late changes that were unplanned. And so you can see that those have been incorporated into that. As Khalid Mangal and Jagmeet Singh went in the original 11 name. They brought in at the expense of Obadilla Siddiqui and Ahad Qureshi. Got that round the wrong way, pardon me. Obviously, Ahad Qureshi and Obadilla Siddiqui are in. Khalid Mangal and Jagmeet Singh out of the listed side originally.
Oh, that's a beauty. What a lovely ball. I mean, if it's going to go to the boundary, it does. Just checking. No, yeah, by-signalled. I didn't think it caught anything on the way through. So the keeper, Zahadil Kamal, will be disappointed about this. So what do you think about this change? I mean, they've made this late change for the keeper. I mean, it was the captain himself, Putsai, who kept the majority of the games, and he kept really well. I just think, I don't know, Zahadil Kamal, I don't think he's an out-and-out wicket keeper.
It's a bit of a jack of all trades. But that one, just a bit slow to react. Don't judge him too early. This is day 4. It's better. Better from the keeper. Not so good from Wahid Qureshi. So we request about the Italian representatives.
Come on, guys, come on!
Italian representatives, which we will see later in the tournament. It's Brescia CC, Brescia Cricket Club. One of a few cricket clubs with the name Brescia in it.
Chance. Oh, well, he had to make up his mind here, and he didn't have a lot of time to think about it. It's either you throw yourself at the catch or you try and stop the ball and save the boundary, and I think in the end he was in no man's land. He didn't make the decision quick enough, and you can see this. It was a half-hearted attempt, and through it goes, and that's 4 on Ghulam Abba's butt. Well, your man there, the golden butt.
He landed on it.
I think things are shining around his head at the moment, going tweety bye.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I think he actually touches that. I think he gets a bit of piece of that. Couldn't hold on.
It's nicely bowled. It was a risky shot to play, isn't it? That was full straight on middle stump, and he's clipping this away on the onside rather than play straight. He misses, he's gone. Hits the pad, he's gone. So playing the captain here, taking a few risks.
Yeah, certainly is. Let's go back to that Italian representative. It will be Brescia CC. We'll see in week 3 of Action Group C.
Nice looking shot, beautifully timed. I don't think it was going to go to the boundary. You've got good cover up there inside the circle, and you've got the fielder patrolling the boundary as well.
Here's the thing with Star CC, they finished 6th, so they haven't won a game yet. But shades of Spain in the championship week, who couldn't win a game. They finished 6th after day 3, but then on Super Thursday, they won both their matches, ended up sneaking into the 4, ended up finishing 4th. So it can happen.
Big wild swing.
So obviously you made life really hard for yourself by not performing as yet. But Star CC, they've come close. I mean, they got within 10 runs of England, for example.
Yeah.
Didn't have a great start, did they? 2 OEWs in the first over. First one, yeah, it's hard to tell. Fair enough to go with the umpire's decision there. Thought maybe Yangal could be taking it on. Second one, I don't think was any doubt. Kind of went the other way, didn't it? Wahid Qureshi just wobbling it around. Last ball, the power play.
Oh, the opportunity, and it's being gobbled up. Another one goes, and well, this one sort of shot up at him. I don't think he was expecting it. So, well, Wahid Qureshi takes his 3rd, and what a spell of bowling it's been from him. 3 for 12, another wicket goes, and that is the end of the captain.
And Vijay cannot take a trick, Luxembourg captain. He is so disappointed with this. You'll see, just trying to turn on the leg side. He got off to such a great start, 17 off 8, but the very next ball, he goes. Nice catch held on to by Obadilla Siddiqui. And, well, poor VJ for the Luxembourg club. He hangs his head. He's got to go after such a bright start. He's the third wicket to fall. 3 wickets fall in the power play for Star, and it's 31 for 3.
Yeah, nice catch from Siddiqui there. And, well, it seems to be with the ball anyway. The Qureshis are doing the job for the Helsinki Titans. And it's a good bit of bowling that, I think. He wasn't trying to do too much with the ball from the moment he bowled his first ball, just trying to keep it up there, but keeping the pace off it. And I think that's what done the job for him. And the man who's took the catch, Siddiqui, now holds on to the ball because he's going to have a bowl. So this, key moments now in this match. Just bangs that one into the ground, and Manipali gets the single. And Jatin Madden, all the pressure on him here now. I mean, he's got to score big.
Now, I want to just explain a few things in the chat. Some people are asking about some of the players they'd see, for example, Baljit Singh, who captained Italy in the ECC. Will he be turning out? But I just got to remind everyone, this is a club competition. So he plays for Bergamo CC, which didn't win the Italian Championship. So we won't be seeing Baljit Singh in week 3. It will be the club or the people that play for Brescia CC. That's just how this tournament is structured. It's a Champions League, so it's a club-based competition. It's a bit like the Champions League. So you have the champion clubs of all the countries involved that are meeting, and it's great because you get a bit more of a spectrum of cricketing talent within the teams as well. Yeah, I think it's a great experience for all the players, really.
We're going to go upstairs on this one. I think this is all about whether he was off balance and lifted his foot. And doesn't look like from there.
Did for a second.
Oh, hang on. Keep an eye on it, keep an eye on it, keep an eye on it. He's back down.
Settle down, Rico. I'll let you know when there's an alert. Madan, though, he comes to the crease. Super important player. If they lose him now, you start to worry about where this innings is going to go or not go.
He's looking, to me, a little tentative, a little lethargic, just from the way he's played those first few deliveries. Bit more like it, bit more conviction, and great bit of fielding. What a lovely stop that is. And that's all about wanting it, isn't it? And I think that's Akhil Arjun there. Lovely stop, good bit of fielding.
Yeah, it was. And that boundary's gone back now. This would have been 4 yesterday. And even fields it while he's facing the other way. Comes in, hits the stumps direct. They do run well, though. Madan comes back for 2. It's good hustle. Abdul Siddiqui, very talented leg spinner for Helsinki, the Finnish champions.
Wants to get the big shot in, but doesn't really get to the pitch of this one. He'll take the single, despite all his efforts to try and go big.
A question in the chat about why they're lower scores today compared to yesterday. Well, I think that every game is a game which has its own characteristics. I think sometimes people think that it's just the conditions, but it's also the mindset of the players. We'll get to the end of the 4th over, and decent power play in the end for Star as far as the runs are concerned, but they'll be a bit concerned about the wickets as we get to the end of the 4th over. 36 for 3. Vinny Sander here, Mr. Maximo. Great to have Rico full in the box to start. Looking fantastic today in the purple, which is kind of one of our colours of the European Cricket League. But I think, you know, especially when there's a low-scoring first innings, there's a bit of tension in the chase. You don't see the batters going for their shots with the kind of freedom. Yeah. Sometimes you see it that way. And we had 2 chases in the 80s. You couldn't get any more different results. We had Drew chasing it down 3 overs yesterday. And today, ACT, similar kind of a score. Yeah. And they really laboured and got in the last over. So I don't think it's all to do with the conditions. I think it just depends on what happens in each particular match.
Yeah, and I think in this format also, and we're talking about some of those teams, as we go back to the action here, obviously played, just be the single. And they think about 2, but get the single. Yeah, I mean, I think the likes of the Titans, the Austrian Tigers, and also Drew, I think they're 3 teams that they've got 2 batters there at the top end that, if they click, is going to be carnage. And we saw that yesterday with Drew. But if you get them out early, it's a different game. And I think that's the same, you know, here. This one will go to the boundary, a bit fortuitous. It's not really was looking to play this. But Madden, he needs a bit of luck. And sometimes a bit of luck, especially like that, gives you a confidence boost. And a confidence boost is definitely what Star need. I still believe here, because that style, they do the best work with the ball within the field. If they can push and get to a score of 90, between 90 and 100, I think this will be an interesting game, because once again, I think they will know, get those early wickets for the Titans. Maybe they pick up the first 2 wickets, then it's game on. In the air, chance, and it goes down. Oh, another let off. Well, is it going to be Madden's day here today? Well, whatever he done this morning, it's working for him so far. That one should have been taken.
Well, he had a slice of luck, and now he's had a second helping. As this one, well, it's regulation chance. And you expect your best fielders down the ground to hold on to those. Nilan Cherry puts it down, and now the next one is going to get away, and I think this will be 4. So, well, starts trying to cash in, and trying to pull something from the Ashes here. And that boundary takes their score up to 46.
Yeah, important, and he's showing already that he's a nice stroke player outside the off stump. He's not one of those that belts it hard and up and over the top. Doesn't go for the 6s, he strokes it nicely, finds the gap. There is a big gap there. This time he goes straight. We'll get the single. No mistakes this time from Nilan Cherry, who put him down on 8, and Madden really looking to capitalise.
Exactly right. Last ball of the first half here.
Drags it away onto the onside mid-wicket area to the fielder there. Nicely fielded there by Ahad Qureshi. He still has an over up his sleeve. And, that is the end of the over. So 48 is the score. 3 overs gone. Now, they won't mind this. They've not had the best of power play start, but I think this one today, 31 it was at the end of 3, is probably the best power play they had, top of my head. Yeah, and they're going at about just over 10 and over.
36 they were after 4 as well, which is decent. It's just, can they sustain it through? They need 100 plus here to at least ask some questions of the Titans. Got some pretty powerful strikers. Abdullah Siddiqui, he's going to continue. He's going to bowl out. Only 5 came off his first over. Kept it really tight. Bowling to Madan.
He doesn't get hold of this at all, but more luck for Madden. And the only thing you can say about this for start, the good side is though when he's not at his best, he's giving chances, he's getting away with it. So pretty soon, hopefully he'll click it in form. Press the turbo button and motor away. Well bowled, Manipelli. Couldn't do too much about this. If you give him room, Manipelli, and if you give it to him on his legs, he's pretty strong. But full and straight, I think he's just going to get singles and get Madden back on strike. And, that was the short one, but he wasn't able to pass the fielder. Quick throw.
Yeah, so I just wanted to also give a quick shout out. Got a message. I know that Bea, who's having a few family dramas in the Philippines, but I know that just wanted to send our best wishes from all of us at European Cricket Network, thinking of you and hoping that everything works out for you. But for now, we'll go back to the cricket.
Oh, and we go back to the cricket with a bang. That has gone big. It's gone all the way. Quinta zona. Que grande. Eso es 6 carreras.
Yeah, what a shot. And they need something to click. Both these two, I mean, a little bit scratchy to say the least. This is just clear the front leg and strap yourself in time as this one gets blasted over. Deep mid off for 6.
And, better ball, just flights this up. And, I think he was trying to entice Madden to come out to this one as well. Madden waits on it. Hits it pretty firmly along the depth. Well stopped by Siddiqui. Gets a dot ball in after being hit for a big 6. Shorter. And gets a fair bit of this, trying to get past the fielder. He doesn't. Good fielding there once again from Qureshi. Gets the single. It's not a bad thing, because single, it's the end of the over. It means that he goes back on strike. The score moves to 57.
Yeah, well, 6 over check-in time. I'm going to say from here, realistic target, 11 and over. Takes it 101. I think I'd like a few more, but I think that's what I think I'm looking at the moment. It's Madan. Could be a few more if he gets going. Yeah. But look, I honestly think Luck has such a part to play. And it was the ball that over that got hit down the ground, sliced. It was miss it well enough that it didn't carry to the outfielder. Yeah. Hit that slightly better, you're out. So you just kind of have to embrace the fact that there's going to be a few things out of your control. As Puste, the captain, with the ball in his hand, over number 7.
And he's going for it. I don't think he's quite got it. Has he? No, he has for one moment there. I thought the bandana man was going to be in the action, but he goes over him. 6 more, and they are starting to rock and roll here. Look, one thing I'll say to you, Vinny, I mean, I said I think 100 would be a good score, 95 to 100, because I just have a feeling, I think this is going to be Shiva Balasubramanian's day. I really do. And there's 4 more. Doesn't matter how you get him, as long as you get him. Madden, the sun is shining on him today. He's getting the luck. Tienes poquito de suerte hoy, pero no pasa nada. Cuando tienes suerte, well, he's got the charm, hasn't he? 4 more.
Yeah, and a bit of luck again. One heads down towards the giant ball, the giant ice cube. And fairly fine third man. So yeah, riding his luck here, Madan, 27 off 13. Again, he'd be tired as well. He'd be mentally pretty exhausted, I think, over the first 3 days. He's had a lot to do. So, a few people watching on. Some of the stalwarts of this Costa del Sol club enjoying it. Plenty of new fans checking it out as well.
Interesting field, this. We'll go back to that in a second after this delivery. Oh, Gundy ball, and when you bowl a Gundy ball, it gets put away. 6 more, Shaba, they're liking it. And the dancing there, Harpal, he enjoys this. 6 more.
I'll tell you what, if they can put 100 plus on the board and then grab a couple of early wickets, Star going to believe, and they're going to start to believe, and that's going to be contagious. You can see it's catching already.
Yeah.
Because they're just over pitching there. Madan sent him out of the ground. He moves into the 30s.
Oh, 4 more. Is it? Yep, it is. Well, it's boundaries galore at the moment. Well, whether it be by luck or whether it be by brute force, he's taking the captain, put side to the sword here. A bit of carnage. And, well, this is flown quickly past the wicket keeper. Kamal couldn't do anything about it. And even though the third man was on the boundary, Ghulam Abbas, but that's 4 runs.
Yeah, if you can't be good, be lucky. And, oh, Madan's been a bit of both, if I'm honest. As he moves up to 37 or 15.
Goes again. This will just drop short of the fielder.
See, that kind of a shot. I mean, that could have easily been caught. Could have easily gone straight to Saki Kamal, but just didn't get enough good contact to get it that way. So Madan's leading a charmed life. Madapali will face last ball, the 7th over.
Oh, this is a nice looking shot, and it goes all the way. It's 6 more. Despite the acrobatic efforts of the fielder, Fahim Nalancherry, it's 6 of the bats, and now they are starting to dance. They're putting their hands up in the air for the umpire. 6 more.
Oh, this is a cracking cricket shot from Madapali, who says, I'll see what you can do. How about this? I mean, it's just a good length ball. It's hit straight. The shape was beautiful. Just had enough to take it over for Maximo. So 7 overs down, Star CC, 84 for 3. Well, now they're going at 12s. Reassesses my assessment a little bit. And you can see, whichever team wins this game, they'll take on Svanholm in the 4th match of the day. That'll be eliminator number 2. Well, basically, all these teams you see in front of you, they need to win every single game of their campaign if they're going to qualify for finals week now. They can't slip up at all. No. So each one of them will have to win 5 matches if they're going to qualify. You've got to start somewhere. At the moment, it's Star CC. It's done very well here in match 17, eliminator number 1.
This is a good call. And this man, Adnan Saeed, he's been one of the pick of the bowlers, I think, for the Titans. And he's coming down here to try and quieten things up. So the best of starts from him. He's usually very good with his line. Usually he's just outside the off peg.
He's a death specialist now, I think. They tried him up front, didn't go well. He's full and straight, basically. And now you want 12 and over if you Star. That's what they're doing. I'll get 120. That'd be pretty decent. But with Saeed, he's not going to give you much at all.
No, it's not going to be easy.
If you can't ramp or play those little deflection shots.
Well struck. Well ducked as well by Manapelli. Get the single. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Look, it's not going to be easy because you've got, well, I would imagine 2 overs, unless this goes horribly wrong from Saeed. And then you've also got Ahad Qureshi to probably bowl the next one. So probably had a good over that one from Paspai. Whether they can keep it up or not, we'll see. Well, this is up in the air, and it goes all the way. Balle, balle, kinna sona, shaka lagya.
Madapali's heating up, and he just misses his length here. Normally so good at those Yorkers, but this, let's see where it bounces compared to the batter. You see, it just bounces a metre short. He's missed his length by a metre, and that's probably gone over the boundary by 2 metres. Manapali, he's bringing it at the end of this innings for Luxembourg.
Goes again, and this one is being taken. That's a really well judged catch. For a moment there, I thought he'd gone and stopped, and maybe he was not going to get to it. I thought it was going to drop short of him. But the captain put sight, well, he didn't have a good best of overs, but he's made up for it with his catching.
Puste, the captain, he's a bit of a caterpillar. He's pretty good low down, and you saw him took a very good catch yesterday coming forward and kind of scooping the ball up. That one was a lot easier. He kind of made the decision. He's going to stand where he was, let it get a bit low on him, but yeah, he got down and judged that perfectly. But Manapali, he set something alike here. Disappointment for him as he goes. But also very good innings of 24. It's 92 for 4.
Yeah, Manapali well batted. Didn't waste too much time, just 13 balls to 24. He may be small, he's not the tallest, but he's small and mighty. And he gets a mighty good round of applause from his team because, well, he's got them back on the road to where they want to be. Big man in now, and, well, Farhad, Johnny Gara, if he can make contact, you know it's going to stay hit. That's a wide, it's not a good delivery from Saeed. Deciding to change his approach for some reason here. I'm not sure why he's decided he wants to come around the wicket, because he's naturally getting the ball to swing in anyway. So this is interesting.
Yeah, it's curious. Maybe just changing things, but why change something to someone that hasn't seen you yet? But yeah, he's going to have to just get it slightly outside off stump, try and bring it back in.
This one's been dragged towards mid-wicket. Captain does the fielding. Just gently lops it back in to Saeed.
Last time these two teams played, Star were only able to score 93, so they've gone past that. Helsinki were able to knock off the runs off 7.3 overs. I'll have to chase a few more today.
Goes short, and he gets the treatment. You don't bowl it there to me, says Madden. That's a crushing blow. Takes him to 45.
Yeah, the thing is, with the bowler around the wicket, it's going to pitch outside the leg stump if you bowl short, and you've got complete immunity to go for it. Well, it's not an easy shot by any means from Madan, but he executes it beautifully. That one's lost in the jungle. He moves to 45 inside of a half century. Last ball of the over.
There he goes again. They chase on, and he's not going to get there. 4 more. And, well, he's hunting this 50. The 100 is up and still going up. 104. And, well, this is exactly where they want to be. They put themselves in this match. Now, look, the pressure off the Eliminator. That's what we're talking about here. Runs on the board. They've got past 100. You know what? I'm going to say it may be the pressure situation. That may be enough.
It's finals cricket, Rico. And look, 104 for 4 after 8 overs. It's already their highest score of the week this week. And they'll be really hoping that they can get a few more. That highest score actually was against Tunbridge Wells back in match 7. And now they've got 2 overs to spare. If they can get a couple of 10s here, 10 plus, 124. I mean, I know Helsinki Titans, they've batted well and they've chased well. They've got a lot of good options, but you've got to feel the pressure of a chase where your tournament is on the line. I had Qureshi to bowl in the 9th.
Decides to go short.
One
interesting approach.
Yeah, Chiniga. And now Madan, he will be facing up. And look, he made the most of his luck. That's the one thing, when it is your day or you get a couple of chances or you get a bit of luck, you got to cash in. Madan has. They still have 6 wickets in hand as well, so you don't see them running out of wickets. They need to be productive, though. They need that 120 plus, especially from this position.
Goes up. This will be an opportunity. And it's been taken. And that's a good catch from Nalancherry. Now, look, Nalancherry does get his man in the end, but he did drop him on 8. So it's cost him 41 runs.
Yeah, second chance came, but it came at a cost, didn't it? You're exactly right, Rico. And look, unselfish stuff as well for Madan, who would have known he was on 49. It was on the big screen. And he said, never mind about that. I'm going to still be aggressive, get as many as I can. And look, that is a catch, which you feel might save them something like a dozen runs. Because he's removed from the equation as the 5th wicket Star CC 105 for 5. What a good innings that is from Jutton Mudden.
Yeah, it is. It's a terrific knock. 49 from 20. And I can tell you this, when he goes up those stairs and he starts going towards his teammates, he's going to get a really good round of applause. And so he should. He's batted really well. He's been their star player. And you know what? Keep an eye on that number, because when number 12 is running in, he's going to bowl well as well. I think he's up for this. He's put the runs on the board. He's given his team confidence. You're not worthy, they say. You're not worthy. Muy bien, well batted. He didn't get the 50, but 49 has put him in a good position. It's all about how these batters now go about this. I don't think the genuine big hitters in there now, but I think what they've got to be, the mentality has to be, every ball has to be a run.
10 balls left on the table.
That'll do. Bat on ball and run, and that'll get you to a score, which I think they can defend with the likes of Madden. But I say again, Shiva is going to be the key for me in this match.
Well, let me tell you something that Luxembourg players were saying to me when I ran into them yesterday. They were saying, look, it's about time, you know, we love winning hearts, but it's about time we started winning some games, and that's what this is all about.
I love that.
No better time to start than today.
Goes up, but catch is taken. And that's the worry for me here. That's why I'm saying that you just be thinking about run a ball and maybe not concentrate too much on those big hits. So I'll talk about run a ball. Well, this man who's going in now, he will run. He will run like a ferret. He's really quick. And that's Dan Singh. Harpal Singh is going in next. I think he understands it's all about trying to get this score to about the 115. And even if you're taking those singles of every ball, you're going to get there.
Yeah, well, what I would say is I wouldn't just be looking for ones. I think the approach would probably be just to make sure you keep hitting the ball. Unfortunately for Chinagay, found the fielder. He goes for 2, 106 for 6. But I think if you look to hit the ball and be aggressive, then you know you still do get ones a lot of the time. You might get a bit of luck, but if you get too defensive here and you're only trying to get one a ball, well, if you fail at that, then you're getting nothing. So I would say you just have to be trying to play the correct cricket shot to the ball that you get and trying to hit the ball hard. Here's Harpal.
In the air and just over the top, and that's what you're talking about, Vinny. You're going to hit it hard, and he hit this well enough to go over the top. Stronger together, well, is this going to be Star CC, the team from Luxembourg? They're going to be stronger together. Well, they got the right colours, aren't they? Those colours really blend in with stronger together.
Yeah, well, the big call of yes from Harpal Singh, dancing Harpal, and partly was to run, partly I think he was just showing some emotion as he knew that one got over the fielder. Now they put back the deep backward point and bring up the mid-on into the circle. But there's a huge call of yes, shouted by Harpal Singh. What a good start for him.
It's a nice looking shot, pressure on the fielder, and he makes a stop. Will they go for 2? I've got a feeling they're thinking about it. Harpal probably would have made it, I think.
Yeah, but that's the end of the over. So 1-1-1 for 6. I think this is because Harpal feels he's hit this couple really well, so he's not going to run himself out unnecessarily. I think we had 5 run-outs in the last over in one of the Star CC games, so they don't mind taking a risk. But I think also you've got to think about who you've got. And Harpal's crunched the first 2 balls. He knew if he stays there, he gets to face up for the 10th over.
Yeah. And
I think he took that responsibility by staying there, not taking on a dicey 2. I think it was a good decision, but let's see if it pays off. It won't be easy against the death bowling skills of Adnan Saeed. Back over the wicket now.
Good looking shot. I think he may be safe. And the fielders, quick turn and throw. They're taking on the arm, and he gets back. Good running by Harpal Singh, the dancing Singh, powered by Alu Paronta.
Well, he's dancing. And there's a bit of the speedboat about this from Harpal, who knows straight away. A slight hesitation, but found the Bermuda Triangle, cashed in, good running, gets back for a double.
Makes room for himself, flicks this away, and they'll be looking for 2 again here. And the race is on, and a little bit of hesitation once more.
There's a fumble though.
Get there.
Fumble from Puste. And so Harpal, I think he's just valuing his wicket a bit more now, which sounds silly, I know, at this point, but I think he feels like he's hitting the ball well. So he sees the fumble. It's kind of the pressure of running the first one hard, I think, forces that fumble from Puste, who's a pretty good fielder. So 2 and 2. They really want that 120 plus, don't they? 4 balls to come.
This time should just be the 1. Harpal. I like him that, and that's a lesson that can be learnt from all cricketers, whether you're experienced or not. Take the first one, at least turn around and look like you're wanting the second. Put the pressure on the field.
It's good hustle, but it's sensible hustle. It's not suicidal hustle, right? Because you want your guys there that you think can hit the ball hard and well.
A shot, and it will be taken on the bounce by the fielder, Cherry.
This is a good example. You see, they could have come back and Harpal could have sacrificed himself, but I think they felt it was maybe 10% chance they would have made it, and it wasn't a good decision. So Harpal does get the face up. He's made a quick fire, 10 off only 5.
Ooh, misses out on this one. And Saeed bangs it in short, and it was there for the picking. I think probably surprised Harpal, who wasn't expecting that. I think it was on the move as well, on the move forward. Have a look. He's coming forward and makes the room, too much room.
It's a bit of shorter, that's why. I think he saw him coming. And so he didn't want to get too full to him. Last ball, 117 on the board. Go for 2 here, for sure. And they're not going to make it, I'll tell you right now. Well, they won't get run out because I think he's holding his crease, but then this partner turned around. So in the end, it's the single. I think it was only going to be 1 no matter what happened there. So at the end of 10 overs, Star CC, a decent score on the board. Just losing away a little bit and losing a couple of key players at the end, but they tried all the way, and they have, I think, probably slightly above average score on the board, I think, in the context of this tournament. They'll finish their 10 overs at 118 for 6, so Helsinki Titans, they'll need 119 in the second innings of this if they're going to survive their Super Thursday. One of these teams will have to depart after this. 2 teams show. One will go through and one will go. Keeper Inu on show there. But early on, it was Harrison Ward had to do a bit of work with 2 LBWs in the first over. That hurt, but still, StarCC didn't let it bother them. That one was plumb. They kicked on all the way. Weren't too perturbed by those early wickets, and they pushed through the middle overs. And really, I think this is quite a defendable score. Are they onto their way to their first win? And it's in a sudden death game.
Well, what a story that would be. And yeah, they had the disappointment of those early wickets, but then, well, they were awake once more because we saw some good batting, some good hitting. I mean, Manipelli, I think he played some delightful shots. And that also, remember, brought to the crease Vishwanath. He hit the ball pretty well as well, and that's what started things off. Well, that was the downfall of Vishwanath, but they always, as you know, have Madden. Madden was lucky. Luck was on his side early on when he wasn't hitting the ball cleanly. I said he was looking just a little bit lethargic. Well, he soon did wake up, and he started to hit the ball big, and a good partnership was put together there between him and Manipelli. This one, wow, this was just absolutely smashed over for 6. And look at the delight there. There he is. Chucking the hot style. Says Queridas Mas, he says. And they just kept on coming. But, well, eventually the catches had to go. That was Manipelli who went there. He batted really well. I loved the way he stroked the ball. It was perfect timing. And then this, well, it was the back of Madden on 49. He saw a few more wickets there. But what the Chad had to do there is just keep the runs coming, and well, we didn't see it there in the highlights, but it was a good knock there as well from Harpal Singh. We said he's going to come out there and run. Well, he didn't just run, he played a few shots as well. A lovely 4 he played, and he was supported well there by Rivuchand. And I think 118, look, 119, I think that's a pass score. We've said, what do you think is a good score on here? As we'd always say, you get 120, you fancy yourself. Star, well, look, they're, I think, of the 2 teams now in their camps, they're going to be the team that are most positive. If you look at that scorecard, contributions, well, Manipelli, 24 of 13, but it was all about Jatin Madden. We know he's class, 49 and 20, so keep an eye on him, because I tell you what, he's going to be fired up for this, because like I say, I think in the camp of the 2 teams, I think Star are going to be the more confident. I think maybe Helsinki Titans were hoping to try and keep Star to around about the 80 mark, no more than that. Well, they've given them a few more, haven't they? So they've got to try and go out and get them. And in an eliminator, with the pressure is on, it's going to be hard work. Wahid Qureshi, he started things off, bowled beautifully. Maybe a little bit fortunate with one of those LBW decisions, but he picked up 3 wickets. I had Qureshi said, well, I'm not going to let you do all the hard work, brother, and get all the accolades. I'm going to get 2 wickets as well. He bowled well as well, and his second over was a good one. They needed a good one from him. And Putsai, he was expensive. And Adnan Saeed, well, he went for 27 as well, though he did pick up that 1 wicket. And question marks over why he decided to go around the wicket immediately after he took that wicket, because, well, he was bowling into the arc of Madden. But as it is, that's the story there in this. the Eliminator. The second match today in day 4, 118 being posted by Star. It's their highest score of this week so far, so they're going to be positive. Can they come out and, well, all they've got to do, I think, here is get the ball, get the line and length right, put the pressure on the Helsinki Titans. But look, you know, we know the Titans on their day, they're a very, very powerful outfit. So I think this is all about Star taking those early wickets and trying to its damage limitation in the power play as well, because once those first 3 overs are over, they can then put a bit more protection out on the outfield. So join me, Rico Full and Mr. Maximo in about 10 minutes time when we return for the conclusion of this first Eliminator. Hello and welcome back to the BET2BALL European Cricket League, the Champions League of cricket. This is where 30 national club champions from each of their countries in Europe have come together here for the next 6 weeks at this beautiful setting in the host city of Malaga, the town of Cartama, at the Cartama Oval, to battle it out to see who will be the kings of Europe. The reigning and current champions, BOC Rotterdam, will also return to defend the title that they won in 2019. Remember, unfortunately, because of the pandemic, 20 and 21 was postponed, but we are back bigger and better. And what a match this is. Star yet to win a game. 118 on the board, 119 needed for victory. First ball, and the man that I was saying I think could be key, Shiva Balamania, coming on to bowl. And, gets this one more or less in the right place. It's dragged out to long on. I'll just tell you about the two men that they've got outside the circle, and they've gone for long on, quite a wide long on actually, and mid-wicket to be back. I think they believe that's going to be a few cross the line shots being played, button off the mark, and a good move I think this from the Titans. Ahad Qureshi up the order, and he goes big, and that's why he's up there to hit the Maximos. First ball, 6 runs, no trouble, no messing. For the last time we saw him with the bat, it was, well, the team didn't win, they lost to Swanholm, but he was the only man who made a contribution, 55 of 24 deliveries, helping Helsinki to a score of 1 and 9 of the 10, but they did fall 23 runs short. Starts with a 6, and this time along the ground, but picked up by Harpal. No run there. And look out for that short interview I did with Harpal on the social network, and he showed us some of his dancing moves. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Oh, this could be close. And a big appeal. I'd like to see this again. It's pretty full, and oh yeah, good call. Just going on to miss the leg stick. See that again here. You can clearly see the leg stump there. It gets pretty low. I think that's why Shiva was sure he maybe had his man. Similar delivery, but a different result. One bounce. 4 runs this time, and they have opted to have the mid-wicket back as opposed to long off and long on. Remember, can only have the 2, and I'm just wondering with the shots that have been played so far, if this is the line that's going to be bowled by Shiva Bala, you might as well have the 2 men straight back. But no, he's opted to bring long on into the circle, so long off goes back, mid-wicket stays where he is. Takes his time. Darts this one in full, good delivery, end of the over. And that score stays at 11 off the first, and that's where I think the Titans will want to be staying more or less for at least the first half of the innings. They know that the acceleration can come, but they've got to be wary. They know they need to keep those wickets in hand. These two are one of the key batters, of course, but has been in extraordinary form, though he has sometimes given his wicket away when he looks set to go onto a big score. Full toss, and oh, he's in trouble here, and he could be out. I think he may be gone. I think the umpire will have to go upstairs. I'm not sure he was quite in the right position. Let's have a look at this. I think the bat's come out of the hand here. And let's see it again. Oh, real confusion. And the throw could have been better, to be honest, but the batter was so far out. Oh, well, we're going to have to worst that hand in contact with the bat here. I think he just about made it. Yeah, just made it. Because you see, just comes off there. how close is that? You don't get closer.
That is so lucky. Have we got that one more time? I'd love to see that again. Because is his hand holding the bat?
But what about that
It's
throw?
not even touching the bat. It has to be holding the bat.
Yeah.
Let's freeze frame the exact moment that the stumps go over. We'll see here. And I think he's just got a loose grip on the bat.
Just very, very close.
Wow.
But it was that throw. I mean, it was such a soft throw back from Thuma. If he just put a bit
at one
more
frame
in-
later, he's out. There's a
Yeah,
moment.
yeah.
But is he running or diving for his crease? Well, then you'd probably say he's already made his ground, so he's already made it. But that was no ball, by the way. So free hit coming up.
Well, there you go.
Oh.
I thought it was close.
What a moment early on. Anyway, I'm back.
And this could be another one. He could be off here when the ball has gone to the boundary. That is 6. That is big, and it has been called. And I think he's going to have to come off because that's the laws of the game. 2 no balls, and you're off. So he would have had his first and final with the first one.
Yeah, the umpire's going to have to come together here, and I think he might know it. This one,
Oh dear, oh
it's
dear.
chest high. It's going to be another free hit coming up. Oh, well, after a very, very good start, just wheels falling off for RCC in his second over. And Rahul Shah hasn't even bowled it. A legitimate delivery, and I think that he'll be off now because they carry a warning, don't they? It's full high deliveries. It's deliveries that, because of their pace and direction, are likely to cause safety issues.
Yeah, look, I think if I'm wearing my umpire's cap, you've got to sometimes use common sense. If the ball generally slipped out of the bowler's hand and it ends up being a high full toss, or if it's not really dangerous, you could probably not give the warning. And in that situation, you'd probably turn around and say, yeah, okay, you're fine because I'm letting you off the first one. But I think those two, in my opinion, he would have been given a warning after the first one, and you may find that he'd be off here.
And notwithstanding, they got cracked about 90 metres. And, well, let's see what the result is.
Well, that surprises me. I have to
Honestly,
say.
it does. I don't think it's got to be in the batsman's vicinity. That's basically what the rule is.
That surprises me.
They
I'm
were. You know
surprised.
how I know that? The ball disappeared for 6. Anyway,
That surprises me.
I do not understand that at all.
Well,
Shah
he's
takes a bag of
very,
wickets.
Very lucky man.
Now-
Well, this is going to be a free hit. And it is a free hit, and it goes all the way. Well, I'll tell you what, that's 6 more. Well, maybe it's the batsman that's saying to the umpire, no, keep him on, please, sir, because I want some more. 6 more, big hit.
It's an expensive first ball. It's gone for 14. He's now the proud owner of an economy rate of 84 runs and over. It's just not what you need. But anyway, that'll do with the no balls and free hits. Let's see if he can settle in. He's got a break here, Rahul Shah.
Tries to play this far too early. Got to be a little bit sensible here now, but look, this has been a good over for them. The last thing you want to do is turn it into a bad bowl by giving your wicket away. You don't need to do it. They're well on their way.
Yeah. Funny things happen in this game, this format of the game.
Better delivery from Shah, trying to redeem himself. But there does the right thing. Quite happy just to get in line with that one play. Straight, on drive.
I've got to admit, I don't like that rule at this level. I'd like to see them get 2 warnings, then taken off, and just give warnings for everything. So it's not so brutal. Give warnings for anything that's kind of on the pitch.
Shot, 6 more. Balle. Manos arriba, Vitro. Eso es 6 carreras. Así me gusta.
Big hit, really big hit. It's a length ball. This over. It's already gone magical. There's 2 balls left. Could go supersonic the way it's going at the moment.
Oh, and could have been a good crowd catch there. Chance. Oh, goes down. And, well, he had time, didn't he, to get into position. It looked like he had done. And it was one of those, just in and out.
Yeah, Ballister reminded, when you've gone for 20 plus in your first 4 balls, this needs to be caught. Just could have changed the direction of this match. As it is, these 2 batters looking very, very comfortable. Last ball of the over coming up.
And this is another one that's going to go all the way over. It's all power hitting. The fireworks have started in this over number 2 in this eliminator.
and they're coming off the bats of both of these batters. They've had a little bit of fun, and that was, well, Ghulam Ahmed's bat. He doesn't need any introductions. He hits it big. He's a strong hitter of the ball. That's another one that's out of here. 6 more. Oh, what a fantastic over that was. 2 overs gone, 39 on the board.
Oh, that over went for 28 runs. 14 of them off first ball, 14 off the next 5. Here's the table. You see, these two teams had their struggles, didn't they? Although you have to say the Titans, see that net run rate shows they were quite competitive. Just an average loss margin of 6 runs across all matches.
Yeah, we've just dropped short. Still got to stop it. They'll take the single.
This is Shiva Balasubramanian, who's the man that dropped that catch in the last over. I think you'd have to say about the Helsinki Titans, you're going to have to get through these two, and then probably a couple of others, but you're going to have a bad time if you don't get rid of them. Already they got that rate down from 12 and over to 10 and over.
Delivery, darts that one in, good length. Does vary his pace pretty well, doesn't he, Shiva?
This is something I thought of last year, actually. Sorry, a good point there about Shiva, but just going back to the last over. STS thinking, never mind removing the bowler. I think the side was more than adequately punished by keeping him on.
And this is an opportunity. Oh, no. 6 runs. And it's not the first time that man has been in the war zone there. And it's Vishwanath. That's his position. He's either very good or he's very bad. This is I know he's moving here, but he needs to take the one. More importantly, he's got to stop it going over the boundary for 6.
Yeah, just clangs it, doesn't he? Oh, that hurts as well. So a couple of chances going down the power play here.
That's not a good delivery. It's short, it's horrible, and that's going to be 6 more. Raining boundaries at the moment here at the Cartama Oval, and smiles on the faces of the Helsinki boys, because at this rate, they look like they're going to survive this first eliminator.
Well, Harrison Ward, I think it was a game on Monday where he had to signal 28 of the 36 deliveries at his end. So he's getting a good arm workout this morning.
It's firmly hit. 50 already on the board. This will take it to 54. Ball to go in this over.
But going back to the warnings, we're thinking maybe the umpire should ask the batter, do you want this guy off or not? But then I think it's something that probably shouldn't be in the batter's hands. Create a bit of bad blood.
Or more.
Yeah, just it's boundary after boundary at the moment. Balasubramanian's fed that leg side, hasn't he? And this partnership is up and away. It's a very, very healthy power play. Just what you want when you're chasing what I think is slightly above a par score. But this power play shows that Helsinki are well in control of this match.
Yeah, look, I think Vijay Kumar's missed the trick here. I mean, it wasn't the best first over from Shiva. I know he normally does give you something. And when you've got something like Madden there, I think before it gets too bad, you bring him on. I mean, that second over from Shah was horrendous. 39 of 2. I think you go with somebody who can give you something, and it has to be Madden. It looks like they're turning him to him now. But, well, with the opposition almost halfway there already, it could be a little bit too late. I think you should have gone with him for the third over. Been an excellent power play for the Titans, 58.
Lots of good spots to go around this ground as well. Do you ever get out and have a look around? It's actually quite amazing. Here's Madden.
See Bowl just paces away. And they're in a position now, aren't they, Vinny, the Titans, where, I mean, they'll know all about Madden. He's a key player for the Star. And I think in their mind, I don't think they will, because I know the way they play the game, but they can afford to be just a little bit cautious and see Madden off.
Yeah, I think it's half-hole time. Get him in. You've got to gamble, roll the dice.
Yeah.
Throw him something different. That seems to always be my solution, though, when I'm watching Star CC.
Going for the big one, and it should be taken. Oh, no. Well, what about that? What can you say about that? It's the same man again. I think this has hit Shiva on the head. He has actually headed this into the net. I hope he's okay. Well, he seems okay. But look, if you don't take your catches, then you're going to struggle. But this is incredible. Well, only on the European Cricket Network will you see things like this.
Yeah,
well, when I say you've got to use your loaf, I don't mean about this.
Yeah, it's off the noggin. Pretty solid contact as well. The skull of Balasubramanian. And they might just have to go check him out. Well, I mean, he feels like he's all right. He's saying that. It was on a good hard bit of the head. He's not too bothered. Tell you what, I'm so happy it didn't hit his glasses. I mean, seriously, all jokes aside, Palsu reminded, well, he's dropped catch in the second over. He had one dropped off him on the third, and then he's headed one for 4 in the fourth. Wow.
Firmly hit. That's a tremendous shot. Oh, that's a beauty. Oh, what an on-drive this is. Absolute perfection. He's nailed this. And, well, this timing and placement here was epic. Madden going for the Yorker. It's got to be disheartening, though, isn't it? I mean, Madden knows he should have had a wicket. Could have been 3, or should be perhaps 3 wickets in this match already. Unfortunately, Shivet's dropped 2. Vishwanath as well. Goes Madden once more. And, well, where's this one going to end up? And this one has been taken as cool as a cucumber. Well, Vishwanath, I just mentioned his name. He did drop one, but he's taken this one. He gets the first wicket, and you can see he's not impressed. Emotionless. And, well, you just get the feeling, I know what he's thinking, I know what he's feeling, but they've still got to be up for this. They've got to believe. Now they've got that 1 wicket. Well, the wickets could tumble. They're that sort of side are the Titans. It can be all boom, boom, bang, bang, 6-6, or it could be wicket, wicket. They've got to still believe. They're still in this match.
Yeah, things can change really quickly, no doubt about it. Certainly, it's been a lightning start. I mean, they're well over halfway where they need to be. Just the 4th over. Finally, one is taken. Vishwanath is the man that takes the catch, remove the golden butt for 33 off a dozen deliveries. And it's 67 for 1.
So Madden does get the wicket. Here comes again. Oh, this is nicely played. Intelligent cricket. He knows the third man's up. He knows there's nobody there. And he plays this very beautifully. Well, what a way to start. Delightful shot. And it's quite amazing. I know that I was speaking to some of the boys, and I know the other day some of the Tunbridge Wells guys from the UK, and they were saying what they can't believe is the way that some of these batters, they come in, and from the very first ball, they're in the zone. They're seeing it so big. There's nothing like playing yourself in. Lovely shot that from the captain, Pustai.
That's a good start for him.
Little movement beforehand and places out onto the onside. Bit of work to be done.
Yeah, it's a risky shot in a way. I mean, that's crashing into middle and off if he misses that. So it would have been LBW, but he doesn't miss it. Trust his surface. At the end of 4 overs, pretty good start. It's 72 for 1. Very, very good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching around the world. Great to have your company. Vinny Sandhu with you, Mr. Maximo, along with Rico Fulp. And Rico, well, how are you seeing this tournament? How about you? Because I was asked, okay, who's going to win the week? Tunbridge Wells, they finished second. ACT, they went up there, Drew. Yeah. Maybe someone else. What do you think? How are you feeling at this stage?
Look, I'm very impressed with the way the Tigers are playing, the team from Austria, Austrian Tigers. But I just think, and the feeling that I have, I think Tunbridge Wells, they'll be hurting. They're going to hurt from that defeat yesterday. And I think that's going to make them better and stronger. And I think they're going to come out and show us what they can do. And I still believe they'll go on and win the group.
Yeah, maybe it's a loss they had to have just to let them know what's possible. As this one is clipped away, just a single. Talking about what's possible, I wouldn't have said yesterday was possible, though. That was enlightening for me as well. Because, as you know, both of us, we commentated well over 1,000 matches now on ECN. Yeah. And I don't think we've ever seen anything like that from Drew. No.
It's the speed that it happened at, really. Full toss, not a good delivery. And I think it will be signalled a wide, will be 2 wides there. The keeper's done pretty well to get something on this. It could have been 5.
He's a good keeper. Good leg side stumping yesterday. I was watching Matapali. Yeah, 13 minutes of madness. That's what I was calling it yesterday. 13 minutes is how long Drew took to dispose of the English. They'll be hurting.
I mean, 13's the number as Desai, the captain, comes into bowl again. Battle off the captains. A bit of respect between the two there. I mean, I think I said at the coin toss, well, Tunbridge Wells have been 100% record so far. Was 13 going to be the unlucky number?
Yeah, you know what?
And it was because it was
specific. I'm going to make your head spin here. First, I'll wait for this delivery, which is driven away. Bouncing Harpole. Can't really find the handle. That'll be one. If you want to be really more specific, it was actually 13 minutes and 13 seconds in match 13 that the innings went for.
Seriously? Honestly?
It was.
You're not making this up now. I know what you like.
Go and check it. 13 minutes, 13 seconds.
Wow.
Decide.
Firmly struck. Work for Vishwanath to do here. And does well. Just smothers it. Almost scraped through. Now, what would do we know?
Fancy points just for touching the ball. Then Vishwanath is my player of the tournament because he's always in the hot spot.
I tell you what, I mean, all right. You know, the ball follows him around. He's made a few clangers, but he's been good. Nicely played. That's all they've got to do here. Don't have to hit every ball to the boundary. What were the numbers on the shirts of the batters of Drew in that match? One of them weren't 13 by any chance, were they?
No.
Or was the combined number 13? We need to look into that.
He had 8 and 4, 12.
Ooh. Okay.
All right. Throws that. All you numerologists out there.
In the air, and that one is over Vishwanath. It's a nice shot, beautifully timed, and not going for the power, it's just all timing. And the Helsinki Titans, they've made the most of the luck that's come their way. Well, you can't really call it luck, I suppose. It's the gifts that have been wrapped up and given to them. If you don't take your catches in these crucial matches, then you're gonna suffer. And we've seen some amazing catching already, but Stars, that's one side they let themselves down. I mean, but he's the first wicket that fell. 33 off 12 though. But well, you can see there that Ahad Qureshi is doing what he did well. He's still there, 39 of 14, key player.
Yeah, sure is. Having a great week, isn't he, Qureshi? New bowler, Shivkaran Gill.
Asking the question, the wicketkeeper is really up for it. Well, he was doing the old bungalow there, was Manipelli. And in the end, Suleiman Saeed, he took his time and decided, yep, you got to go. Shuffles across.
My instinct was height.
And
no, height's okay.
I think that's okay. I think it's that he's gone right in front. He goes back, hits him. Yeah, I think
not going over, is it?
No, I think that's a good call.
I thought it hit him a bit higher than it actually did. I got the benefit of the replay. I think it's out.
Yeah, that's
out.
out.
Hits him in line. It's going on. And that was kind of what I talked about last over. You're taking a bit of a risk if you're shuffling across, trying to flick it away. And it's all well and good. And when you're hitting the ball, and that one, he missed out. And the bowler, Gill, gets his first wicket. Hasn't conceded a run yet. As the captain, Puste, goes for 8. And it's 84 for 2.
Yeah, good bit of bowling there from Gill. Gill's, Gill and Madden, you've got to say that they are the key players for start. They're the ones that if one of them scores the runs, they've got a chance. And Gill now trying to do it with the ball and single here. I mean, they're just gonna. They can afford to be a little cautious. That's the advantage of getting a good power play in. I mean, it means that when you get if you get a good bowler bowling really well, in your mind you can say, well, you know what? I don't have to take them on. I don't have to give my wicket away.
Yeah.
I can play cautiously.
Exactly right.
And well, there's nothing cautious about this. This is gone. Ginna Sona Shakalagya.
Tanner delivered job again. This man is combustible. Ahad Qureshi. He's setting this innings on fire. Honestly, you have to feel they have to fall over to lose from here. A lot of shouting going around the ground, but they're running out of runs to play with the Luxembourg team. And this one's going to be 4 more. And this is all about placement, Rico. He just got the length he wanted. And at the pace of Gill, I think that Qureshi, at the moment he's seeing them, a bit like those giant balls all around the ground. He moves to 49 off only 16 balls. And now only 24 runs required for victory, and it goes under a runner ball for the first time.
Yes, and Gill has got to get this outside the off. And he doesn't. He's put it there for the drive again, and that brings the 50 up. Well batted to Ahad Qureshi, and that's back-to-back 50s for him. And he certainly is the man in form, and he's the one that the other teams have to try and get at. And he does it all in his stride, doesn't he? And the big, strong man, but he uses his head very well as well. That's the way to do it, just stroking it around here.
Tell you what this says as we get to the end of the 6th over. It's 97 for 2. But, you know, sometimes you have to be flexible in your plans. Sometimes you're forced to make changes. Sometimes I think there's strategic changes you can make. I think Qureshi, they've batted him higher and higher and higher because he's having a good week. Yeah. And, okay, sometimes it's a bit of a gamble, putting someone in against a new ball that maybe bats in the middle order. But this has been a masterstroke to get him up there, back into the lineup, back up the top of the order with Gulam Abbas Bart. And He's raced to half century, 6 big sixes and 2 fours in that innings, only 17 balls. Facing up.
And, unfortunate there, and it certainly was a run there. I'm not sure, you've got to listen to the call, and that's one. Well, if you're learning the game, if the non-striker is yelling at you, go, 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 you go. Yeah. Especially when it goes behind there.
I don't think he's that impressed with Sahidullah Kamal not taking off there.
Played and missed, outside the off, and that's the reason you can see that Qureshi, he's the man in form, 50 not out, and if he's saying to you, take the single, I'm on my way, then I think Sahidullah Kamal has to respond. He doesn't, and that means we've just seen 2 dot balls here in a tighter match. This could be crucial. And the police standing up. Well, strike this time, they will get the single. It gets the big man, Qureshi, back on strike. Run a ball required here now. Stranger things have happened though. A couple of wickets, especially the wicket of Qureshi. Things can change. Slower delivery, he toe-hands this, and this could be the wicket of Qureshi. Will they take this one? They do. And that is an important wicket. And Shiv Karan Gill takes the catch. And, well, he wasn't able to make an impact with the bat. Taking a wicket in his over and now taking that catch. It just gives them belief. And it just means now they've got a new batter coming in. And don't forget that Kamal has only just gone out there. He doesn't look that confident just yet. So maybe keep it tight, take your catches. Who knows?
Sensing a twist here. I mean, it seems a bit far gone for me, but yeah, still, I think that he's done his job. Got them in a great position to go through to the second eliminator against Farnholm later on tonight. He goes for 50 even. The score is 98 for 3.
But he gets a round of applause. I suppose there's 1 or 2 would think, come on, you should have saw it home. That's certainly the way I would be thinking, I think, especially when it's just a run of ball required. Just putting a little bit of extra pressure now on the batters that are going out there. And it's Melon Cherry who goes out. And, misses his first ball from the opposition captain. Good over this from Vijay Kumar. So, in fact, the last 2 overs have been good. The wickets have come from them.
Last ball of the over.
Chance taken is another. Game on. And that's what they needed. And the team from Luxembourg are back in this match. It's exactly what I was talking about. You have to believe. Just go back to that shot, probably, I don't know, a couple of overs ago, when that man there, Vishwanath, took the catch, and you could see even it was the first wicket, there was no celebration. It was almost a case of, yeah, it don't matter. Well, you have to believe. I said that at the time. They did believe. They got the big man out first, and that was Qureshi after making 50, and now another. So all of a sudden, they're in this match, and they've got the voice back as well. Are we going to see something incredible here?
Well, I mean, we have seen some crazy things. I mean, I saw a team that needed 12 off 15, then lose 8 wickets for 4 runs and lose the match comfortably, including 5 wickets in the last over in a row. Melon Cherry has to go for a duck. Disappointing for him. He found the fielder. And Helsinki Titans just got the wobbles. A tournament is on the line. Score is 98 for 4. 7 overs down now. We'll look ahead in a moment.
Thuma coming on to bowl his first. He's got to be spot on. Can't be bowling anything loose.
Gets a break there. That would have been a wide, I think. But it gets punched for 1. Hey, guess what? Coming up, we have more top 3 action. It's playoff number 2. And guess who's back? It's Tunbridge Wells. They return after that mauling from Dreux yesterday. The French champions, they take on Austrian Cricket Tigers, who they disposed of pretty easily a couple of days ago. This is another one of those matches to determine the seeding.
It's a 1 bounce, pick up for Vishwanath, takes another single. And, I'm just thinking here, Vinny, Well, let's talk about this first.
I was just talking about the toss result. ACT winning the toss, bowling first, which might seem a bit strange. I think Tunbridge Bells want to bat, but ACT didn't bat well first when they had to bat against them the other night. Plus, Tunbridge Wells, they did lose batting first, although I do think it's a slightly different lineup. You might notice Marcus O'Riordan's back in there. I think Chris Williams will be up top of the order. Yeah, right here, right now. I mean, this game's come alive slightly, hasn't it?
Certainly has. But look, you see the situation. Singles will win this. Get that field in. Put the pressure on. There's no pressure on this onside at all. Be another wide. Can't be bowling wide. It's the second wide in the over as well. Look, get them in. Get them in. Put the pressure on. There's too many men deep on the onside. It's a single every time, and that's all they need. You need wickets. Get the people in. Put the pressure on, and to let them know we're still in this match.
Just keep scoring. No dots. That's what you're thinking right now. No risks, no dots.
Short. And, well, good back at this. Good commitment there from Vishwanath. Even though he knew that was going to be stopped by Declan Madden, he just made sure backing him up. But you see, that's a classic example. Somebody inside the ring in there, mid-wickets inside. There's no run there. That's a dot.
Exactly right.
And this one, Harpal Singh takes the catch. Another one bites the dust. And it's another fielder that's inside the ring. Bring them in. Take the catches. Keep the pressure on. And they're starting to believe here.
Oh, you called it. You said the catch might go to the infield. They weren't really hitting the ball that well. And just had a lot of hang time, this one. Just loses his shape slightly. Went high in the air. Harpal, I think this one is one that he kind of hugs to him more than catches in his hands, but it'll do. See that one? Almost got away. Harpal, he's hit 2 tenths to dance at the moment.
Ooh,
but
it bobbled.
It was, and he tried to get away. And so I always think, Rico, if there's more runs required than balls remaining, the fielding team always has a chance. Because there's always a chance of getting a couple of wickets, getting new batters to the crease, and it's not easy, even at run-a-ball pace. If you're in there, you're nervous, you know your tournament's on the line. Arjunan, unfortunately for him, he goes for just one. And the score is 103 for 5.
Yes, and they're still not bringing anybody in on that onside, you know. I really don't believe that. I think you've got to do this. It's the only way you're going to get these wickets, because these batters, you know, the captain is saying to them, don't go out there to play big shot, just take the single, just take the single. That's what the captain's saying, because he wants to win this. Doesn't care when they win it, he wants to win it.
And you're hoping for a couple of dots here on Adnan Saeed, 2 to come in this over.
Catch shot, oh, watch the spin, no, he doesn't do it. But fortunately, it would just stay 1. Well, it just wasn't alert there for me. I think this is an opportunity, Vinny.
See, 1s are a tie at the moment for me. It turns out to be a 1. A 2's so much more useful than a 1 because it just gets you a bit closer. It's all about eliminating the dots. So last ball of the over. How's Zahidullah Kamal feeling? Of course. Just whack a big 6 out of the ground.
Oh, wow. I mean, you've got to be looking too here. They just take an easy single. What an opportunity there. That's the 4th catch, I think, that's gone down. And this one, this could have been so important. He's hit it pretty well, in fairness. But
didn't have time to set his hands, did he, really? You see, just kind of bangs the cymbals together. That's all he could do because it was coming at him pretty quick. And again, if that stuck, I mean, imagine what that would have done to Star CC. But they do get the single. It's 8 overs down, 105 for 5. And Star CC still in the match, but they're going to have to have a really tight 9th over, you feel, with 14 required off the last 12 deliveries.
It does underline, though, one thing that we talked about earlier, that with these teams, I mentioned the Titans at the time. I think I mentioned Drew, and maybe also the same applies to the Tigers. As we see this first delivery in the air. Where's this going to end up? It's up in the air. Wicket keeper takes a comfortable catch. It's another wicket. Oh, dare they believe? Dare they believe that they can pull this one out of the hat? Well, I tell you what, the Helsinki Titans now and their camp, they are not going to be very happy with the situation here. Another one bites the dust. Zahidullah Kamal has to go. The next batter that's coming in here now is going to be very, very nervous indeed. The pressure here is on.
Yeah, I mean, he got away with one last over, didn't he? But he doesn't get away with this. And the wickets are raining in the last 3 or 4 overs. They've been falling all the time. And look, from 6, 7, and 8, and now first ball of the 9th over, they've lost 5 wickets. And Kamal has to go for 6 off 9 balls, 105 for 6. It's a high pressure environment.
Martin, could he be the hero? I did say to you, didn't he, when he was walking off, I said, remember that number 12. He made 49, and I knew he was going to be charging in and play a part in this match. 2 for 14. These next 5 deliveries are going to be crucial. 14 required. And that will be one of them. And pressure is on, you can see. Nervous energy from the batters. Sort of thought about the second there. What a situation.
See, I said ones were a tie a second ago.
Yeah.
I think ones now have quite a lot favour the fielding team because it just keeps that gap intact. 3 between runs and balls.
Chance! Oh!
Go for 2
Harple
here.
diving forward, trying to get there. Good throw here, could be in trouble. He may be in trouble. I think he may be short here. Could this be another one? And
It's out.
I said there's nervous energy there.